Yeah, thanks for reminding, man. Thanks for reminding. I've started the recording. Yeah, cool. Okay. So projects will be dealt in the next module because we have broken down the module into two parts. The third module into two parts so that you guys will be having more time. Okay, I agree that pace of the course is little fast, but uh, you guys need to work on your own. Okay, everything I'm teaching, if you listen to the concept in the class, it is not sufficient. Okay, so you guys need to work on your own as well after going to class. I just want that thing from you, and together we'll do well in this concept, and together we'll explore the journey of the placement, right? So yeah, and there is a little difference in the way we are teaching now. Okay, there won't be any TA session. What we have observed is that yeah, so we'll be having continuous 3 hours lecture with obviously 20 or 30 minutes break, which we'll be deciding by coordinating. Okay, in the chat. Okay, whichever is fine with you, we'll be having the break there. Okay, and like I'll be teaching the whole 3 hours every day. Okay, so I can see that the strength is pretty good right now, but it is going to decline. But I wish, like I want you guys to attend the classes daily. Okay, so that will put you in a place above a lot of people, because there is a type of consistency that you'll be building up. Okay, by attending the classes. Okay, yeah, just a second, guys. I'll answer all of your questions. Don't spam. Yeah, I'll take care of that. Take a Qs and DQs. We can take up an extra class of that. Okay. So I'll just coordinate with the branch manager and we'll discuss that. Yeah. So I'll tell you guys. Just wait. Just wait. Don't spam the chat for now. I'll tell you everything. Like one after the other, you can ask me the doubts and we'll be discussing that. Just wait. Okay. So right now, what I'm saying is, key. Uh, let me tell you about the features of my class. Okay. You guys will be uh, as I said, you guys will be working on your own as well in the backend. Okay, not just that you learn in the class and then you leave it. Okay, that's the first point. Okay, so second point is you guys like the sessions are going to be interactive. Okay, you won't like if you have a genuine doubt, you should be putting it in the chat. And if you really feel that you need to get unmuted, okay, just raise your hand. I'll unmute you. Okay, we can have a discussion over that, because it's not just that your doubt will be cleared. It most probably many people might be having the same doubt, which they are not asking. So if you ask it, then it will be clear for many people, right? Uh, what is this? Yeah, we'll be having the class, Pranshu. Don't worry, we'll be having a class. Okay, but let me just give the orientation first. Okay. Difficulty of module 3 is not much. I think you guys are qualified enough to take the module 3, right? So it won't be much. Okay, you guys need to just focus on the class. Give the constant feedback. That's the third feature which I'm expecting from you guys. Okay, you guys need to give me the constant feedback. Like few people say that I speak little fast. Okay, and if you find that little annoying or little not good, then you can let me know. Okay, I'll slow down a little. Okay, few people want me to teach at times in Hindi and at times in English. Okay, I'm fine with both the languages. Okay, I can go for it as well. Okay, so the constant feedback is also another feature which I'm expecting from you guys. Okay, yeah, sure. I'll answer you. How our assignment doubts will be cleared. Okay, just a second. Hmm. Yeah, great. Yeah, it will be. It's going to be a great experience, Pranshu. Sure, I can ensure you that thing. Okay. So you'll be learning. So I'll be repeating the topics. You'll be learning hashing, two pointers, the things like sliding window. These are just the techniques. Okay, sliding window के बाद you will be learning bit manipulation. Okay, which is also very important. Like it is a complete new dimension that you're going to learn. And then the trees are the type of data structures, right? Okay. Okay, cool. Uh, so and the other doubt is how your assignment doubts will get cleared. Okay. So now we don't have TA session or homework solving sessions. So what we have is live doubt sessions. Okay. So the live doubt sessions, so if you guys will follow the Discord well, okay, just follow the Discord. Okay, I'll be putting if there is any update in the timing. Okay. Um, yeah, I'll speak slowly. Okay, cool. Okay, I have noted that Tejas, I'll noted that key queue is not covered. Okay. We'll take care of that. Okay. We'll see a way to ensure that you guys will be taught the queue and DQ as well. Okay. Not right. Yeah. Coming back to what I was teaching. So I was telling about what I was telling. Can you remind me? Yeah, live doubts, right? Yeah, I'm sorry. So you guys will be having something called live doubt session. Okay. So if you guys will be following the Discord well, okay. So any update regarding the timings, okay, any updates regarding any mock interviews, any updates regarding the recordings or anything, okay, which we want to convey to you, keep following your Discord channel. Okay. So we'll be putting everything there. Okay. If there's any timing ka change or if there's any live doubt session. So there are going to be live doubt sessions that are happening at multiple times. Okay. So you can attend that anytime. Okay. You can attend that at any time and you can just ask your doubts directly to the instructor who is present there in the live doubt session. Okay. So it will be much better experience because not many people, there are multiple slots of live doubt sessions. So there won't be much crowd present. So your doubts will be most probably get clear. And if you feel that even live doubt session seems to be a little crowdy and if at all it is not happening, so you can schedule a mentor session for 1 hour. Okay, you can just contact your batch manager and you can schedule a mentor session. Okay, and in the mentor session you will be like you can bring many doubts at a time or general doubts. Okay, general doubts that are available with you. Okay, so like the mentor will be helping you clear all those doubts. Okay. Yeah, guys, I'll summarize. Guys, don't put the same message again and again. Okay. And just wait till I complete a statement so that I don't get drifted away with the questions. Okay. So yeah, don't spam. I'll try to clear as many doubts as possible. Okay. Yeah, sure, I'll do that. Okay. So slowly we'll reach our goal. Okay, slowly I'll be telling you all the things, not on a single day. Okay, we can discuss about interview experiences. You can discuss about what software engineers do at a company, right? You can discuss about how the work is going to be, how the placements are going to be, how the interviews are going to be. Okay, a lot of things. Okay, there are a lot of things. Okay, covered almost all questions in my strategy. Okay. Okay, cool. So let me just clear your doubts in the chat that are available. I'll summarize it in few times. Okay, which questions are tougher? Module 2 hardest question and module 3 hardest questions. See, Rohan, modules are not just based on the difficulty level. Okay, so what you're going to learn in the module 3 is a complete new topics, complete new techniques that you're going to learn. Okay, so there are easier questions in this, there are harder questions in this. Okay. Okay, so don't compare such things. Okay, you can't compare your height with your weight, right? So it's not just that. Okay, so there are many attributes that are linked. Okay, so so what I'll be saying is, okay, in every topic there are very hard questions, there are very small questions, but right now I want you guys to be more consistent than intense. Okay, so that is my slogan, which I tell to every time to my students. Okay? Consistency over intensity. Okay? So if you feel that I'll be doing the DSF for 10 hours or 12 hours today, and I'll continue this for 2 days or 3 days, and then I'll stop and then I won't do anything. Okay? That's not going to help you. Okay? But doing it after the class for 1 hour or for 2 hours and you doing it daily, that will definitely going to help you. Okay? So that is the reason why I am asking you guys to consistently join the class. Okay? So that will put a kind of discipline inside you. Okay, because it might be most possible that you will be skipping the class and then thinking I'll be learning it on my own or I'll be learning the previous topics now. Okay, but you might end up wasting the 3 hours. Okay, so like the best way is to strict yourself, just constrain yourself. I should be attending the class for 3 hours no matter what, because someone else is sitting and teaching despite of his own work, right? I mean, despite of my software job, right? So that will kind of put you in a discipline mode, and you'll be more consistent in that. Okay. So that is the suggestion from my side. Okay. And we'll talk about the timings. Yeah, yeah, intelligence, sure. Yeah, I said that, Pranshu, that we'll discuss that. Don't worry. We'll do. We'll talk about it. Okay. So interviews. So everything regarding the interviews and regarding everything, they will be started. They will be stated in your Discord. Okay. So keep your Discord up and running. Okay, every time. Okay. Don't switch off the notifications. Okay. So it might be possible that some days I might delay the class little by 15 minutes or 20 minutes, just like it happened today. Okay. So that will also be conveyed in the Discord as well. Okay. But I'm going to promise you guys ki if you guys are giving your best, if I see the sincerity in you, so I'll put my efforts more, okay, to help you with anything, okay. So like I say this to with every batch, okay. So I want you guys to be my Arjuna, right? I'll be your Krishna, okay. So I'll be leading you towards the war. I mean towards the victory, okay. So, but you are the one who is going to fight for it. Okay, I'll be just guiding you. I'll be just telling you what to do, what not to do, what is the right thing to do. But you guys will be doing it on your own. Okay? Yeah, I'll unmute you. Just a second. Yeah. So other thing, guys. The other thing, don't limit yourself with the questions that are only your homework. Okay? So if you have plenty of time, if you have time to do more questions than you like, if you have more bandwidth to solve more questions, more than what it is provided with your homework, go for it. Okay? That is what I'm looking for you, looking in you guys. Okay? Don't limit yourself to just the questions present in the active job or any other things. Okay? So just go for it. Just try to do more, okay, if possible. Okay? I'm not saying ki, like do like stress yourself with a lot of questions every day. No. Just be consistent. If you're doing one question or two questions after the class, that's a great thing. Okay? And make sure every day I'll be giving you homework. I'll be telling you these are the questions which I'm expecting you guys to do it in the tomorrow's class. I'm expecting you guys to do it. Okay? So you guys should be working on your own at home. Okay? I'm not saying you should be getting at a solution, the most optimized solution के पास आ जाओ. ठीक है? नहीं. I don't want that. Okay? I want you guys to at least try it on your own. Okay? Because DSA is not about learning the data structures and algorithms. It's about developing that problem solving ability inside you. That is what that is will be checked in the interviews, right? So you guys need to develop that problem solving ability, right? So only then you will be truly learning DSA. Okay. So for that, like just have a question. Okay. Just try to read that question, think about that question, try to brainstorm it in your mind. Okay. Try to think of what are the ways I can solve this question. Okay. Even if you didn't come at a solution, I don't feel bad. Okay. Even if you spend 30 minutes in one question and still not able to get it, anyway, in the next day we'll be discussing it in the class. Okay. So I'm definitely not going to like I'm not like that's not going to help you if I directly teach you any solution, right? It's about how you struggle with that question, and then at the end when you have that realization, that is what going to help you. Okay. So every day I'll be giving you homework, and you guys, I'm expecting you guys to do that homework. Okay. Right, guys, is that cool? Okay. I'll be giving breaks in between, and you guys will be asking the question. Okay. And you will be listening a lot of cool from me. Okay. So you'll be telling that that it's cool till now. Okay. Yeah. So any document that I'm going to pick up for you, I'll be putting in the Discord. I won't be maintaining a doc. Okay. I'll be putting the code which I've coded in the class. I'll be putting the link for that code and all the materials which are fetched from the internet for you to read the articles. I'm going to put it in the Discord. Okay. Be sincere from now. Okay. So and again, I'm saying ki if at all 10 days have passed and if you're not sincere yet, okay. So even then, that's the right time to get started. Okay. It's not that ki you have missed the bus. You never miss the bus in DSA. Okay. So it's always the best day to start doing is today. Okay. So don't feel कि मतलब इस बार तो मैं थोड़ा पीछे रह गया, अगले जन्म में ट्राई करूँ. नहीं, अगले जन्म कुछ नहीं है. ठीक है. This is the like that day, the day you feel that you are little behind, that is the day you'll put more effort and try to compete with me, right? So yeah, so I'll be sharing everything. Okay, I'll be sharing all the things. Okay, so just be vigilant and yeah, I'll unmute you, Anmol, just a second. Yeah, you'll be having one test on every Saturday. Okay. Okay, and you'll be checked if you're doing the test as well. Okay, and Sunday you'll be having one class. Okay. Yeah, I'll great man, great Ankush. Good to listen. So Anmol, I'll unmute you. This guy has been asking me many times, so I'll unmute you. So after that we can continue. Okay. So be fearless. Okay, you guys like I'll share the courage if you are asking me to unmute and
Yes, sir.
just have a conversation that
Hello.
is kind of yeah.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, Anmol. Hi.
ओके सर वो अपने प्रीवियस मॉडल में मॉडल 2 में सर ने ना स्टैक्स एंड क्यूज का क्यूज तो कंप्लीट ही नहीं होता, स्टैक जो था ना मिडिल तक कंप्लीट हो गया था, मतलब कि स्टैक का इंटरमीडिएट नहीं करवाया था उन्होंने, स्टार्टिंग नहीं
Okay.
करवाई थी। तो
Okay.
सर मैं आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करूँगा कि इसको सबसे पहले स्टैक एंड क्यूज से स्टार्ट करवाना।
So okay, we can do a thing. We can arrange like you have many holidays in this month, right? For the Dashara and all. Okay, so we can arrange a extra class. So I'll talk with the batch manager regarding that. If it happened, and if it happened, what's the solution? We'll have a discussion for that, and I'll try my level best to provide you with that content. Okay. So
ओके
I
सर,
think
थैंक
that is already provided in the chat. I've already answered this. Okay. So
यू, थैंक यू सर।
yeah, I'll definitely try to do that. Thanks for pointing it out, Anno. Okay. Yeah, I'll be arranging the class on Sunday, not on weekend, because on Saturday you'll be having a contest. Okay. And it's completely fine for you guys to have a break. Like I mean, 1-2 days, like even if you didn't do, okay. But if you feel that you guys are capable enough of just covering it up, you can take a break. Okay, that is definitely necessary. Okay, so don't guilt trip yourself. Ki you didn't study the past 2 days. It's fine. It happens. Even with me, it happened. Okay, even many days I took a break. Okay, so that is necessarily a time. Okay, but don't take it as an excuse to have a break for a year. Okay, don't do that. Okay. Yeah, we'll definitely start. I'm from Vishakhapatnam. I'm currently working at Amazon Hyderabad. Okay. So I've joined Amazon recently. Okay. So we'll discuss about everything about my journey, how I prepared TSA and all. Lot of things to discuss, guys. Okay, we'll definitely discuss all of them. Okay, but like just remember these things about the things which I've said. Okay, the things which I said about the classes, about the live out session, about the mentors things, okay, about the mentorship, right? About being interactive in the class, about unmuting yourself, uh, giving the constant feedback, okay. And there's one more important things which I personally did, okay. Uh, yeah, what I personally did is you guys can go through, just maintain a notes, okay. Just maintain a notes, just try to write few things, okay. Just take a pen and a book, okay, when I'm teaching, okay. So if you feel that something is like some statement is really good, okay, like or something which you learned and it just completely blew your mind, okay, or some technique, just like theory zyada nahi hone wala, like most of the things you learn in AccuJob are going to be practical, okay. We won't be feeding you with lot of theory, okay. The theory that is sufficient enough to solve DSA will be taught, okay. Yeah, so you can just write that. I'll call that book as consolidation notes, okay. So everything I teach, okay, I'll be writing it in a PPT. Okay. I'll send that PPT after that particular topic is done. Okay. But I want you guys to maintain your own notes as well, because that will give you guys a kind of मतलब एक checkpoint की तरह. It will be like when you read that notes, when you're revising, you'll be recollecting what I exactly spoke on that at that moment. Okay. You'll be having that like deja vu type of thing. Okay. So that definitely helped me. Okay, so maintain that kindly. Okay, because you're going to face a really good amount of theory and trees and bit manipulation and hashing. Okay, which I feel you need to maintain even though the notes is provided. Okay, your own notes is superior than any notes in this world. Okay, correct? Yeah. So I think Arundhati has asked me a great question. In my job, and there's one more thing, guys. No need to call me sir. Okay, you can call me anything other than sir. Okay, you can call me sir as well, but like that's not mandatory to call me sir. Okay, so एक barrier type of हो जाता है ना. If I ask you to call me sir. Okay, like we are not in college anymore. Okay, so yeah, you can call me anything which you are comfortable in. Okay, so that kind of barrier is like definitely a kind of respect will be maintained between you and me, but like I want you guys to be more comfortable with me so that you can ask exactly what I want you, what you guys are want to. Okay, okay, great. Yeah, my intro, yeah, like nothing so great because I'm Uday. I've done my computer science degree at NIT Allahabad. So I've done an internship at Amazon and currently got a TPO and working at Amazon. I've been with AccuJob for a year and like I'm pretty good. Like you will be saying that in few months. I won't be saying it. Okay. So in terms of teaching and getting like interaction with you guys. Okay. No, I'm suggesting a written type of notes, Narkan, not a typed one. No, like a written type of one. Yeah, I'll slow down a little, intelligent. Okay, sure. Like that is one of the feedback which I receive from everyone. Okay, so I'll definitely work on that. Okay, don't worry. Yeah, Anundati, I'm coming back. Yeah, just a second. Ek ke baad ek, guys. Don't spam in the chat. I know the strength is too much. 277, that's highest till now. So yeah, so I am expecting you guys to maintain the same strength throughout the course. It is going to be just like 20 lectures at max in this month. Do attend it. Okay. So Arundhati has asked me a question ki how much DSA is actually used in my job. Okay. So according to me, guys, listen to this before you ask any questions. Just a second. रुक जाओ थोड़ा. हाँ. So देखो, once you enter a company, MNC or any company of your choice where you get placed, okay, you won't be sitting there and solving the questions. Okay, you won't be sitting there and they won't be giving you a question to solve this question in the most optimized manner. No, that's not how it is going to. ऐसे भी नहीं होने वाला कि they'll give you a code and say कि what is the time complex of. No, that's not. They won't be saying कि find the error in this, find the syntax in this. Okay, so it will be more application based. Okay, so whatever you learn is a part of building a problem solving skills. Okay, so it's not the question that will be asked in your job. Okay, it is the problem solving ability which you learned throughout the DSA journey, right? So how you approach the problem, how you optimized it, how you technically analyzed it. Okay, so how to view at a problem in a different way. Okay, so usually in company exams there will be a paragraph of story. Okay, so that story, how you will be converting that story into what actually is meant to be a question in terms of DSA. Okay, so that type of analysis is what that is needed, and that is what you carry in your job. Okay. Yeah, correct. So I am using DSA a lot. Okay, I'll be using a hash map. I'm using lists. I'm using maps. Okay, I'm using a lot of data structure while building an application. Okay, but there's no way to build an application. Okay, there's no proper way. You should be doing it only in this way. Okay, you're free to do anything. You are an engineer. Okay, you have the ability to write it from the scratch. Okay, correct. Guys, wait, let me cover one by one. I'll be taking you like let me complete it and then I'll be taking the questions. Okay, so don't interrupt me. Okay, so yeah, I was saying so that's how it is going to be. Okay, so I've done a lot of coding in Amazon right by now, and lot of it involves lot of data structures, right? I agree with you. Okay, so like so but it's not that there is a definitive way, but definitely every code you write will go through a particular thing called code review. Okay, there is something called full review in outside, but in Amazon call it as code review, correct? So code review में ये होने वाला है कि the senior engineer will be viewing your code. He'll be saying कि if this particular code is good or not. Okay, is that repetitive? Is that having a bad time complexity? Okay, is this code efficient? All such things will be written. Is the code quality good? Okay, are you doing it in a modular way, in the following the proper design pattern? Okay, so all these things will be viewed, and you will be asked to improve it. Okay, that's exactly what you're learning. Okay, you're sitting in front of an interviewer. You give a solution. Interviewer will say optimize it. Okay, the optimization part is what we call code review. Okay, so you're basically taking that mindset into that company and working there. You won't be sitting there and solving the questions. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, so I think someone is asking how is work life in Amazon. Okay. So I'll be sharing with you guys regarding that. Okay. So right now I'm going to Amazon. I work there, and I at night I'm coming and taking your classes. Okay. For 3 hours. Okay. So by this you will be understanding what is the work life balance, if it is good or not. Okay. So right now I'm in the initial stage. Okay. It's just 4 months since I joined. Because it's not much. The work life balance is not very bad. The work is not too much. I'm not overburdened with the work. I'm just learning the things. Okay. I'm just learning the things, few things. Okay. So it's not much now. Okay. But right now we are working on a very cool application. Okay. So I'll teach you like what are the applications we work with Amazon. ठीक है कुछ idea दूंगा, so you guys will be really excited कि अरे यार ये इतना इतना बढ़िया चीज बना रहा है Amazon मेरे. So every company does it. ठीक है. So what software engineers are doing is they are basically automating the things. ठीक है. They are reducing the human intervention in things that are repetitive. Okay. They are building such a things so that the cost will get lower for the companies which are at really huge scale. Okay. So I'll give you an example. For example, you guys know what Myntra does is, right? Right, Myntra. Like Myntra का example दे रहा हूँ. Amazon का देते रहूँगा, right? Okay. So Myntra is basically a fashion, मतलब fashion kind of like fashion e-commerce platform, correct? Ashok, why are you spamming the chat, man? Don't do that. It's fine if you put it once. Yeah. So just समझ लो, मतलब I'll give you many problem statements. Because like big companies, why they hire so many engineers? Because they have a lot of problems with them. Okay. So they need engineers to solve them. Okay. So for example, Myntra देखो. Myntra is a company, a fashion-based company, like fashion e-commerce company. It is a like initially fashion के लिए like if at all is a small company, it's fine. Okay. But when the volume gets really low, huge, okay, they need to hire a lot of models, correct? To get their like so that they'll wear their dresses, whatever the fashion is, and they'll take a photograph of it and put it in their website, right? So if at all there are multiple items, many items, okay, multiple customers, like scale, मतलब scale समझते हो ना? Like how big the company is, right? So if the company is really huge, okay, so they need to hire many models, they need to have many photographers, they need to have many editors, right? So as the company grows, they need lot of such things, okay? So just imagine, ठीक है, तो इसको हम सॉल्व कर सकते हैं क्या? मतलब बहुत ज्यादा कॉस्ट भी बढ़ रहा है, लाइक मेनी मॉडल्स के लिए बहुत ज्यादा कॉस्ट भी बढ़ रहा है, बहुत ज्यादा लाइटिंग, बहुत ज्यादा स्टूडियो सेटअप, बहुत ज्यादा फोटोग्राफ्स, करेक्ट? सो दिस इज अ प्रॉब्लम, राइट? दिस इज द एक्चुअल प्रॉब्लम. ठीक है. द सेम वे Amazon also may have many problems. ठीक है. I'll tell you. ठीक है. मैं लास्ट बैच में बताया था, काफी शॉक हो गए थे लोग, ये क्या प्रॉब्लम है, इसको कैसे सॉल्व कर जाएगा. ठीक है. We'll come back to that. ठीक है. But this is a problem. Agreed or not, guys? So like one of my senior went to Myntra and working on this problem. ठीक है. So like what I'm saying is कि when the company becomes really huge, there'll be many problems. ठीक है. There are many problems that will be arrived. ठीक है. एंड वी नीड इंजीनियर्स टू सॉल्व दैट. ठीक है. मैं बताऊंगा Amazon का बहुत सारे प्रॉब्लम्स है, मैं बहुत ज्यादा बता सकता हूँ Amazon का, मतलब 4 घंटे भी दे दो काफी नहीं होगा. ठीक है. तो इसलिए मैं धीरे धीरे करना चाहता हूँ. आई वांट टू डू इट लाइक स्लो, लाइक थोड़ा थोड़ा इंजेक्शन देता रहूंगा तुम लोग को हर क्लास में. ठीक है. ठीक है. सो आई विल डू दैट, डोंट वरी. ठीक है. बट हाँ, सो एक बार सोचो इसका सोल्यूशन क्या हो सकता है मिंत्रा का. So सोचो if we wrote a code, okay, if we wrote a machine learning code so good that it is able to generate, yeah, it is able to generate, it is able to generate the photos of models wearing those clothes, okay, whatever the fashion is, it is able to do that. And if we are directly able to just run that algorithm and produce such images and put it against that particular piece of code, don't you think it is saving billions and billions of dollars every year? है ना, मतलब एक solution हुआ ना, right? So I'm not saying कि ये first time में ही, हाँ, it is confidential, yeah, Srishti, but so I'm telling it in a very broad perspective. Because the problems they are solving in a broad perspective. I'm not going into the details or not revealing the code of it. Correct? Yeah, cancer detection, great, Adarsh. Okay, like I've seen people working in GE healthcare and all doing such things using image recognition to do the cancer pre-cancer treatment and all. Okay, that's great. Like engineers, that's what engineers do, right? Just a second, Rohan, I'll answer you. Wait. Like I'm telling something, right? So correct. So just imagine like doing that thing. Okay. So how helpful will be that be how billions of dollars it will be helping, right? So such type of problems is what software engineers will be solving in MNCs. Okay. Amazon का बहुत सारे problems है. Okay. Because the scale is huge. Okay. That's the reason why the problems happen. Okay. So I'm just saying कि someone is wants me to repeat it. Okay. So basically try to build an algorithm which will generate the images of the models uh, with those clothes. Okay, whichever code, if you just enter the code and it will generate a particular picture in very realistic picture. Okay, as realistic as it is with the actual photo, right? So if that is there, right? So then it will solve. It will help the company save billions of dollars, right? Correct. Yeah. So that is a problem that people work on it. Okay. And we work on a similar thing. Amazon work on a similar thing, but not at that thing. My team does a different thing, which I'll tell you. Okay. Yeah. So that is what we do. That's how data structures will be using. Okay. So today we'll be starting with hashing. Okay, in few minutes. Which language slash framework do you use in Amazon? Just a second. The question is closed. Let me answer it. Okay. So yeah, just a second, guys. Just a second. Let me answer this thing. Okay. So what a software development engineer is expected to know while joining any company is not a particular language, is not a particular tech stack. He's expected to know. He's expected to have a problem-solving skills bus. Okay. So anything like for I never worked in JavaScript. Okay. So I was given a project in JavaScript. Okay. I learned JavaScript. You'll be given time to learn that particular framework, and you need to implement it. Okay, but like you'll be given some time, you'll be learning it and you'll implement. Given some time, learn it and implement. Given some time, learn it and implement. That's how it is. Okay, I'm working on a lot of things. Like I'm working on AWS CDK, Cloud Development Kit, right? JavaScript, Node.js, Java, right? Everything. Like Java तो आता है पहले से obviously. In बाकी सब I've learned going there to Amazon. Okay. Yeah. So like see this thing now, guys. It's not just about the money. You're developing your personality, right? Technically, you're learning a lot of things. Okay, by working for a company, right? So your value will get automatically increased. Agreed? Correct? So that is how it is. It is going to be, guys. So like that is the best part of it. It's not just you're getting the salary for doing something. You're doing something that is really not repetitive, right? You're automating things that are doing repetitively, right? Yeah. So I hope I explained that question for you. Can a non-CS student get into FANG? Yeah. So yeah, definitely. Like there are certain things where there is no restrictions. Okay, for the branch. Okay. Many of my people, my friends, who are from biotech, who are from chemical, got into Amazon. Okay. So there's no restriction as such. Okay. But definitely there are specific roles which demand that thing. Okay. But like that is not a strict thing. Like there are positions open for not even for BTech students, for BCA, MCA students as well, right? What is the just a second, guys? Ek by ek, na? One by one. What is the office timings in Amazon? Amazon, mein there are no office times. You can come at any time. You can sleep. You can sleep in the office, I mean, okay, you have beds arranged for you, you can play, you have a great cafeteria, okay. You don't have to report to anyone, okay. Only there will be one meeting that will be happening every day where you will be telling what I've done yesterday, okay. That's how it is going to be, okay. मतलब बिल्कुल भी, हाँ बिल्कुल भी restriction नहीं होने वाला, but काम दिखाना बस at the end, ठीक है. I'm trying to take as many questions as possible. I'm not ignoring anyone. Can you repeat your question, bro? Neil? Yeah, definitely. Non-tech background wale ja sakte hain, and also the gap year people. Yeah. Can you repeat the question? Is it possible that we have different background? Some, yeah. So Neil, if see you are so focused on asking your question that you're not listening to the answers. Okay, don't be that. Okay. When I'm telling, try to open your ears as much as possible instead of pinging the same question again and again. Okay, so I've already answered this. There are many people of many friends of mine who are currently working with me at Amazon, who are from civil and chemical, biotech, and a lot of other backgrounds. Okay, so it's not just computer science; it is open for everyone. Okay, so I said that. Usually 1-2 years, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, you will enjoy it. Sure. No, it's not possible, man. DSA is the must. ठीक है, तुम कुछ भी बोल लो, like कोई कुछ भी बोले, but DSA is must. ठीक है, DSA के बिना बैंक में नहीं, कोई किसी भी प्रोडक्ट बेस्ड कंपनी में एंटर होना is impossible. I'm telling. Cool. We won't be doing any projects in this module. In the next module, we'll be having some DSA things. You will be learning a lot of other things like OS, DBMS, networking ka theory, and dynamic programming, backtracking, and all in the next module. Okay? So that is really necessary. Okay? Yeah, Shivansh, I'll tell you this question. Okay? I think we should get started with it. Okay? I mean, we should get started with the class. Okay? AWS is Amazon Web Services. So, like, imagine to start a big business, you need big computers to process. So, but everyone can't afford them, and like they can't scale it as much as possible if they actually buy an infrastructure, right? So AWS provides them the cloud, with the computers, with the systems, on rental basis. How much ever you use, you'll be paying for that. Okay. Yeah, sure. We can take a break. Sure. We can take a break. Don't worry. So yeah, just a second. I'm taking few more doubts. How to apply in FANG companies without get any reference? Okay, so there's so every company has its career website. Okay, जैसे कि Amazon का Amazon.jobs है. ठीक है, Microsoft का कुछ और है, right? Like you can just go through the Microsoft website and scroll down. You'll be finding a careers website. There will be many jobs that are listed. Okay, many of my friends did the same way. They went to that particular company ka career page and they have applied for the jobs, right? Said you will get placed, like you will be getting the link for the online test, and then you will be called for an interview. Okay, that is the usual procedure of applying. Okay. See, English matter in Amazon interview. Nice question. See, again, like you should be fluent in your in the conversation. Okay? I'm not saying fluent in the language, fluent while you're conversing. The conversation, matlab, there should be a proper medium of you developing an idea inside your mind and conveying it to the person in front of you. Right? That should be clear. Okay. So it could be like it's not necessarily you will be telling it in the English only, but your idea, the way you are approaching a problem should be really clear in your mind. That is what they will be checking. Okay. And definitely, if at all the interviewer wants you to converse it in English, it is mandatory that you will be conversing him in English. Okay. But the idea which you have, if you are able to comfortably tell it in any particular language, okay, then you're good to go. But I suggest ki go for English. Okay, English is kind of a global language right now. Okay, and all the team meetings and everything happen in English, so it is sensible for you guys to learn English in much better way. Okay, to learn any language, it's not just English, bro. Just need to speak. You can speak whatever you want. Okay, मतलब whatever you feel that is correct, you need to speak it. Okay, don't fear कि आगे वाले क्या सोचेंगे, है ना? Like I don't even know Hindi before I started speaking Hindi. Okay? So you just need to speak whatever you know. Okay? Like you will be getting corrected if you're in a constructive environment, and you will be doing it in a better way. Okay, than before. Okay? If you keep on just staying behind, okay, then you can't learn any language. Okay. 12th marks doesn't matter, bro, because like 12th marks तो अभी सच बताऊं तो बहुत ही like they are nothing, man. Like whatever you guys, the college decides, like that is based on the competitive exam, right? 12th marks is completely based on just remembering the answers and writing it there. So I don't give any weightage to my 12th marks or 10th marks. Correct. Criteria for shortlisting in Amazon is good resume. Okay, we'll be having resume building sessions. We'll be having interview questions. Correct. Don't worry. We'll teach you everything, not everything on today. ठीक है, धीरे धीरे हम सब सीखेंगे. ठीक है, हर दिन कुछ ना कुछ we'll have a conversation like this for 15 to 20 minutes, and then we'll get into the class. ठीक है, and then we'll discuss more in the class. ठीक है, तो अब ये बताओ guys, तुमको लंच डिनर ब्रेक कब चाहिए? I'll be giving 30 minutes का डिनर ब्रेक, है ना? तो बताओ कब चाहिए तुम लोग को? लाइक डिनर ब्रेक हो गया? अरे नो डिनर ऐसे मत बोलो यार. Just a second. एक सेकंड कोई कॉम्प्लीमेंट दिया पढ़ने दो यार. I am re-questioning your knowledge is correct. अच्छा, thank you bro, thank you. Okay. 10 seems good. 10 seems good, na? 10 to 10:30 we'll have a break, or else we can revise it. Okay, if at all it is not suitable. Okay, bus. Calm down. Right. Yeah, I'll create a poll. That will be great. No, I see Amazon mein there are multiple teams. Okay, so there is a team that handles Alexa, Amazon Pay, right? Amazon Music, Amazon Prime Video, right? I work in Port Trans Technology, which actually, मतलब which जो actual delivery का process होता है ना, that's what I handle. ठीक है? Yeah, daily I'll be giving you a dinner break. ठीक है? तो 30 minutes का dinner break होने वाला है. 10 बजे looks fair enough. क्या बोलते हो? ठीक है? So we'll discuss everything, guys. अभी Amazon के बारे में थोड़ा दूर रखते हैं. ठीक है? We'll discuss about Amazon. We'll be having 5 days a week, and Sunday भी होगा class, so it will be 6 days a week. Yeah, do attend the class, man. ठीक है? Every day. Graduation year is 2022. I'll switch on the recording. Do remind me every day. What is the timing every day? So what I'm feeling is 8:30 will be really possible for me. So 8:30 से we can start a class. Okay, so again I'll start a poll. This is not final. Okay, it will take time for us to maintain that vibe. Okay, we'll match that vibe. Okay, तो 8:30 मैं सोच रहा हूँ रोज start करने के लिए. ठीक है, if it's not possible. ठीक है, and 10 o'clock को मैं break दूंगा, तो it will be great. ठीक है, तो 1.5 hour मस्त रहेगा. ठीक है, correct. I'll teach guys, just calm now. One by one. Okay, 10 9:30 को भी दे सकता हूँ. We'll take a poll. ठीक है, don't worry. Okay, cool. Let's talk about this daily thing later. ठीक है, so I hope you guys recollected like what are the salient features of this particular 1 hour session. कोई बता सकता है? कोई unmute करके बोल दो. I'll be really happy if you guys unmute yourself. Hand raise करना, I'll unmute you. Like what did you get from this whole this 1 hour lecture? Rohan wants to unmute. Great, man, Rohan. Proud of you.
So this
Yeah, hi, Rohan.
session, yeah, hello there. So
bolo.
this session was for like DSA is a soul for getting into a good company, and
Correct.
the second thing is that like we should be the consistencies matter, like
Correct.
doing every like 7 days.
Consistency over intensity. ठीक है,
Yeah.
my quote this is.
And
ठीक है, just
baby
write it
steps
down on
matter.
your paper.
baby steps matter, like directly
See,
dreaming about
like
Amazon.
see, let me tell you, like I have a brother, okay, who's currently in first year, okay. So I was teaching a batch, particular batch. Like previously I used to teach not only module 3, I used to teach module 1, 2, 3 and 4, okay. So at that time when the batch started, I asked him, "Ki, let's maintain the same pace. Okay, I'll be teaching my students. You learn on your own the same topics, okay, so that you will be having a consistent thing with you. Like, consistently, you will be learning. As I am teaching for 3 hours every day, okay, you will be learning. You'll be sitting in your room and learning the same concepts on your own, okay, or just by my recordings, okay, whatever, okay, or some recordings which are provided him, okay, so that like by the end of this particular batch you will be very good at DSA is what I told him, okay. So definitely he didn't start it, okay, with the batch, okay. 1 month happened, 2 months happened, and definitely एक बार, like if you miss the bus you might feel ki even though I won't like I won't be able to catch it. So he completely, like the batch got completed completely all the 4 modules, but he didn't even start it. Like he started and left, started left. He's not consistent. Okay. So the reason why I'm giving this example and humiliating my brother is he see, like consistently 3 hours every day, like or 2 hours. I used to teach for 2 hours and TR session hota tha, right? Consistently 2 hours I'm teaching topics, धीरे धीरे, and I completed the whole DSA, right? So but he, like he tried to read at like in the morning, sometimes in the weekends, right? He was not consistent, and never see, slowly if you go you'll reach a great distance by feeling like some people might be feeling the same, the tortoise and hare story, man, which you learned uh, in your bachpan, right? So if you slowly walk, and if you can reach to great distance, but if you feel that okay, this distance only they are covered, I'll catch up soon, you can never catch up, okay. So that is what I was telling Rohan, consistency over intensity.
Yeah.
आगे बताओ. You got my example, right?
Yeah, and there was like the last thing was like
इंटेंसिटी मतलब यार, इंटेंसिटी मतलब हाई इंटेंसिटी मतलब एक ही दिन में 12 like 12 hours काम कर ले, 13 hours कर ले, you'll burn out like a lot, man. Like if you go to a gym, ठीक है, gym में like if you work for 1 hour, ठीक है, or 45 minutes, you won't be seeing the result, right? You won't be seeing the result soon, ठीक है. They might be little swelling, ठीक है, you might be feeling that the result, no, it's not, right? So like अगर तुम 2 महीने करोगे, 3 महीने करोगे, then if you look the before and after picture, then you'll be seeing the real difference. DS is also the same thing, okay. The questions you are not able to solve now, after 2 months or 3 months you will be finding it so easily to do, okay, because you are being consistent, okay. अगर मैं बोलूंगा कि मैं 14 hours आज gym करूंगा, पूरा दिन करूंगा, you can't do it. If you do it, you'll be sick the next day, you can't go to the gym next day, okay. So slowly, this is same thing for the mind, okay. Yeah, Rohan, continue. I'm sorry for interrupting, man.
oh, no problem. And the last thing is that like things take times, means like it take 4 years to you to get at that place, so we can't do that in like 2 months. Yeah, our learning
Yeah,
speed would
see,
be
नहीं, 4
faster
years
than.
में like in BTech you won't be taught DSA, ठीक है, you will be taught lot of
Yeah, I'm also
फालतू
engineer,
things,
so I know that.
हाँ.
Yes.
So DSA is just for 1 semester, and whatever DSA which I learned is not from my college, from internet only, okay? Everything is available on internet.
Yeah,
Okay.
but we have upper hand that we will learn better because we
Right,
have
you have
a
everything in a
very good
systematic manner.
tutor like you. Yeah,
Okay.
means, yeah, it's a fact. Like
Okay, cool.
because last module 2 was the Bhavya Pandey was the tutor. He was like awesome because
I know him.
my
Yes,
college
right.
teacher are just useless. Like, I remember my engineering days
So
also.
we are able to connect with you in a more better way, right? Because we are also students not long time ago.
Yeah, you are practicing engineer like rather than
Correct.
a teacher. So that's fine.
Correct. So yeah, so we will be actually getting into your minds and actually vibe with you while teaching. So that is the reason why you might be feeling ki lecturers thoda boring hai, but they are cool. Go ahead, Ron. Go ahead.
And that's the only thing which like I
So
want to say.
there are 6 like you guys, like for according to me 4 to 5 months लगेगा to get into proper DSA. If you're able to solve proper DSA, don't worry, and it will be varying for people, okay? It's not just कि you will be like सबको 4 months लगना चाहिए या 3 months लगना चाहिए, कुछ लोग को 6 महीने भी लग सकता है, but again consistent, okay? You can't change things which are in your hand, focus on that, okay? क्या रोहन, और भी बहुत सारी चीजें बता यार, बस 1 घंटे का तुमने बस 30 सेकंड में खत्म कर दिया
Oh well, I haven't noted down the exact point, but
ना।
I
नो
got the
वरीज,
point that
कुछ कुछ याद करने की कोशिश करो, याद करने की कोशिश करो
like
अबाउट,
learning,
हाँ अबाउट माई वे ऑफ टीचिंग के बारे में क्या बोला था, क्या क्या करने बोला था।
like doing the homework sessions continuously, and
करेक्ट,
like attending the
कमिंग,
classes and also doing the
अटेंडिंग, हाँ,
homework, your homework.
brainstorming yourself in the homework problem. I'm not saying कि solve करो, I'm saying कि time
Yeah,
लगाओ
the,
उस पे।
the struggle that
करेक्ट, वो टाइम लगाओगे उसमें तुम्हारा like the solving ability will increase, correct रोहन,
and your
right?
stamina will also increase.
Great, great man, great। और क्या बताया था,
And
constant feedback, right?
yeah, feedback to the team.
Have a notes, consolidation notes, ठीक है, running notes, ठीक है, read the articles that I'm going to send, ठीक है, and be interactive, ठीक है,
Yeah,
like you need to unmute yourself if you find something which is really मतलब बिल्कुल ही समझ नहीं आ रहा, you can unmute yourself and have a conversation with me and it will be helping you, ठीक है, don't be fearing, don't be fearful। And also like when I'm teaching, ठीक है, so there are multiple things that you will be noticing when I'm speaking, ठीक है, because there is something when you speak, like when you are giving a speech, the language is different. When you're talking something which is very technical, the language will be different, okay? So if at all you are talking in a technical terms, okay, so you will be learning a lot of statements, okay, which you need to use when you're describing a solution or explaining the solution to an interviewer, right? So you will be learning those things while conversation with you, while noticing the way I'm speaking, okay? Just keep a keen eye on that as well, okay? So how I'm speaking, how am I approaching a full solution, what are the steps involved, okay? How am I telling ki, like the moment a question comes, I should be knowing what is that question, okay? Okay, so then I'll be thinking how to do this question, okay? So while doing how to do this question, why to do this in this way, okay? So these are the steps in which you will be conversing the same to an interviewer as well, correct?
Yep.
ठीक है, तो ये सब भी सीखोगे if you unmute yourself, ठीक है?
Yep.
Yeah, revision strategy, I'm saying कि consultation में जाओ, ठीक है? On average time, how many time does it take for a placement ready? Okay, I said it is variant, okay? You can take 4 months, 3 months, 5 months, okay? Personally took around 4 months. I've completed all the questions in interview bit, okay? That's how I prepared for my preparation. Yeah, it is different. 10 plus CTC bro, let me tell you Mohit, ठीक है, 10 plus किसी को भी मिल जाएगा, ठीक है? I'm not like what I feel is कि software engineer को जिसका DSA proper है, ठीक है, at least he should be getting 12 base, that is the actual standard which I am setting for my mind, ठीक है? I'm not saying कि इससे कम हो तो बेकार हो, नहीं, not that, but usual rate जो बता रहा हूँ जो मार्केट में for a software engineer, it is 12, ठीक है bro? Rishabh, advice for working people, even I am working, I am taking the class for 3 hours, ठीक है? Yeah, so just you need to little more hustle because you're aiming for something, you're working and then taking this course means that you want to go somewhere else, right? You are aspiring for something bigger, so you definitely need to work a little more, okay? That will going to pay, I'm saying nothing is going to go in the way, okay? Even if like whatever you're learning, okay, just by attending for 3 hours you'll be learning a lot, okay? And that will put you in a very big position, you'll realize it later। सीटीसी के बारे में ब्रो, सीटीसी तो like I'll be sharing it in few classes, ठीक है? अभी सब कुछ बता दूंगा तो लोग आगे नहीं आओगे, ठीक है? धीरे धीरे बताऊंगा so that it will be fine, ठीक है? एंड या मैं बता रहा हूँ ना, सीटीसी से ज्यादा मेरा वैल्यू इंक्रीज हो रहा है बहुत ज्यादा अमेजोन में रहकर, ठीक है? बहुत ज्यादा वैल्यू इंक्रीज हो रहा है बिकॉज आई एम लर्निंग एवरीथिंग, like I'm learning lot of things daily, ठीक है? And I'm implementing it, so value is increasing tremendously, ठीक है? So that is really valuable for me, then the like CTC तो काफी है, like you can find it internet, in the internet, ठीक है? चलो so Mohit, I'll be explaining how to explain a code, ठीक है, while writing the code, ठीक है? And this is another thing, I'll be keeping my camera off, ठीक है? So you'll understand the reason why. You'll understand the reason why. Okay, Yeah, you have a class. I'll definitely sure, but I'll definitely share my learnings and my placement journey and my CTC and my problems I'm working at Amazon and everything one by one. Not everything today. Okay. Cool. चलो, shall we get started? Hello. हाफ एन आवर हम क्लास लेंगे, ठीक है। ब्रेक चाहिए तो बोल देना, 10 बजे ब्रेक ले लेंगे, खा के आ जाएंगे सब, फिर वापस स्टार्ट करेंगे। कूल। सीपी नेसेसरी, देखो सीपी के बारे में आई एम नॉट श्योर यू गाइस नो व्हाट सीपी इज, मोस्ट ऑफ यू पीपल नो इट। इट इज कॉम्पिटिटिव प्रोग्रामिंग, ठीक है। सो कॉम्पिटिटिव प्रोग्रामिंग कम्प्लीटली फ्री है, ठीक है। सो कॉम्पिटिटिव प्रोग्रामिंग इज अ type of thing that is available in websites like CodeShip, CodeForces, HackerRank, right? So there's a kind of community that is present, okay? So there are multiple contests that will be happening, okay? And contest में ऐसा हो सकता है कि you will be given 5 questions and whoever solves it very fast, okay, he will be put in the leaderboard, okay? And based on that you will be allotted a rank, you will be allotted something else, okay? So that you will be having kind of competition feel, मतलब game की तरह feel होगा, ठीक है। And that will help you in a very that will really help you build your critical thinking, ठीक है। Great man, Ganpati, congrats. Yeah, so we have multiple times we have changed the syllabus so that it is much better for you guys, ठीक है। बहुत सारे टॉपिक्स ऐड किए थे, बहुत ज्यादा ब्रेकिंग किया था, बहुत ज्यादा सोच के बनाए थे, ठीक है। but definitely be helpful, ठीक है। टाइमिंग्स मैन 8:30 का सोच रहा हूँ। डू यू गाइस हैव एनी प्रॉब्लम फ्रॉम 8:30? हेलो, नहीं है ना? मैं एक बार वो पोल खोल दूंगा 8:30 का, ठीक है। 7 to 11 तो पॉसिबल नहीं है ब्रो, आई एम सॉरी। 8 मैक्सिमम हो सकता है, बट 8:30 विल बी मच फीजिबल फॉर मी, करेक्ट, क्योंकि अमेजोन में काम करके एंड देन कमिंग। विल सी आई टॉक विद द बैच मैनेजर एज वेल, ठीक है। हाँ, करेक्ट। चलो गाइस, लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड। Yeah, is there anything else you want me to address before I'll unmute someone? Just a second, someone wants to get unmuted. Yeah, we'll get started, guys, in few minutes. हाँ
सर
bro.
आपने कहा कि आपने इंटरव्यू पुट करा था,
Uh,
अपनी इंटरव्यू पुट करा था ना आपने उससे पहले। तो सर जैसे कोई एज शीट फॉलो कर रहा हो तो उसमें वही सेम क्वेश्चंस होते हैं क्या इंटरव्यू बिट में जो होते हैं?
हाँ bro, देखो like the standard questions for the DSA है ना, तो मैं बताऊंगा properly कि if you're applying for a particular company, जैसे Flipkart के लिए तुम्हें बैठना है, ठीक है। So you can just go to the internet and say GFG archives Flipkart, ठीक है। So you'll be getting all the interview experiences of Flipkart by posted by anonymous people, ठीक है। So उसमें क्या क्या क्वेश्चन पूछे हैं, मोस्टली वही क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे। एंड लाइक तुम बहुत सारे शीट्स है ना, जैसे लव बबर का शीट्स हो गया एंड ऑल दिस थिंग्स, like everything matches man, like 95% 96% of these questions match, ठीक है। रीड कोड में जो क्वेश्चंस है, सेम क्वेश्चंस हमारे एक्टिव पोर्टल में होने वाले हैं, सेम क्वेश्चंस इंटरव्यू पे होने वाले हैं, सेम क्वेश्चंस किसी का शीट पे उठा लो उसी में होने वाला है, सेम 95%, ठीक है। हाँ, स्ट्राइवर्स शीट भी सेम मैन, सेम क्वेश्चंस होने वाले। इफ यू एक्चुअली एक बार देखो।
तो सर शीट कंप्लीट करना जरूरी है पूरी या एक्यू से ही करते रहे?
अरे एक्चुअली में भी सेम क्वेश्चंस है ना, सो तुम असाइनमेंट्स कंप्लीट कर दो, इट विल बी द सेम थिंग,
ओके
राइट।
सर।
सो मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि लाइक मोस्ट ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस विल बी कवर्ड, एंड अगर लाइक उससे भी ज्यादा आगे जाना यू कैन गो, बट दीज आर लाइक व्हाट आई फील इज इफ यू आर एबल टू सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चंस यू हैव अ गुड नॉलेज इन दैट पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक, करेक्ट,
बट सर
है
मैंने
ना।
देखा है जैसे छोटी कंपनियां आती हैं 6
हम्म।
7 तो ये ज्यादातर सब स्ट्रिंग सब मतलब कि एरेस से ज्यादा पूछती है, ये ज्यादातर जाती नहीं है आगे ना, तो इनका
एरेस का
कैसे?
तो लाइक यू विल बी फाइंडिंग एम्पल नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस, राइट, लॉट
यस
ऑफ
सर।
क्वेश्चंस, ठीक है। एरेस का तो मतलब बहुत ही लिमिट ही नहीं है, बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन
तो
बना
सर
सकता
उसको
अभी
कैसे
बैठे बैठे
follow
मैं एक
करूं?
क्वेश्चन बना दूंगा सोचते सोचते रोड पे, है ना। सो देयर विल बी मेनी क्वेश्चन बिकॉज एरे इज रियली बेसिक, ठीक है। बट मतलब यूजुअली द प्रॉपर डेटा स्ट्रक्चर जब तुम सीखोगे, लाइक यू विल बी लर्निंग लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स लाइक हीप्स, मैप्स, राइट, stacks, queues, linked list, graphs, trees, right. So at that time you will be finding that the same questions are being repeated or served in a different way, ठीक है। मतलब थोड़ा चेंज करके the same question will be asked, ठीक है। So if you are able to identify that particular tweaking, that particular change, ठीक है, so that is a kind of achievement is what I feel, so that इसीलिए जनरल क्वेश्चन जो है वो कर देना, ठीक है, एंड गो फॉर मोर इफ यू हैव टाइम, बट ये करना सबसे पहले।
सर आपके समय में अमेजोन में जब आपने दिया इंटरव्यू तो वो आर्काइव्स में से आया था जो जीएफजी के होते जाता है?
हाँ, सो मोस्टली व्हाट आई फाउंड, सो आई टेल यू अबाउट माय इंटरव्यू एक्सपीरियंस यार, सब बताऊंगा धीरे धीरे, है ना। तो हाँ, आर्काइव से मैं मतलब मैं अमेजोन का ही काफी सारे, मतलब मेरा पूरा कॉलेज में वट एवर कंपनी केम दैट केम थ्रू मी, बिकॉज आई एम द ट्रेनिंग एंड प्लेसमेंट रिप्रेजेंटेटिव एज आई टोल्ड, ठीक है। सो आई प्रीटी मच सजेस्ट दिस टू एवरी जूनियर ऑफ माइन, एवरी बैचमेट ऑफ माइन, कि गो फॉर द आर्काइव्स, ठीक है। बिकॉज हर कंपनी का एक टेक्निक होता है, लाइक इट हैज अ पर्टिकुलर स्टाइल ऑफ इंटरव्यू, ठीक है, इन विच मोस्टली द सेम टॉपिक से क्वेश्चन ज्यादातर पूछते हैं, वो दोज आर मोस्टली कनेक्टेड विद देयर सॉफ्टवेयर, है ना, जैसे जोमेटो हो गया, उबर हो गया, दे गो फॉर ग्राफ्स, राइट, बिकॉज प्रॉपर ग्राफ का ही मोस्टली द एप्लीकेशन है बेसिकली, राइट। सो मैंने अमेजोन में देखा इट इज मोस्टली ट्रीज एंड डीपी, like my observation, right? So you'll understand the style of that particular company by going through the archives. Cool.
सर उसके बाद आपने फिर वो लीड कोर्सेज के टैग वाले क्वेश्चन सारे करने शुरू कर दिए होंगे?
हाँ, या वो बहुत करना, और like I'll tell you the websites like binarysearch.com करके एक website है, you can compete with your friends for the scoreboard, right? Like lead code में you can go company wise, तुम filter लगा दो, या GFG में most important questions for Amazon ऐसे कर लेना, like there are multiple ways, एक एक करके शेयर करूंगा, ठीक है।
ओके सर, थैंक यू।
आर्काइव्स यार मैं अभी दिखा देता हूँ। So I hope my screen is visible, guys. Hello? The screen is visible, right? So I can just go ahead and say GFG archives, ठीक है, Amazon, ठीक है, whatever, see Amazon, Oracle सब आ गया ना, तो जैसे Oracle का कर लिया, ठीक है, you can see Oracle archives, right? So just open it, पूरा देख लेना, like you can see Oracle interview experience by ST 2022, Oracle interview experience for this, for that, for this, बहुत सारे पेजेस मिलेंगे, like you can see कितने सारे पेजेस है, right? सब पढ़ लेना, if you, this is company specific preparation according to me. Amazon, देखो टैग आर्काइव्स Amazon, ठीक है, just look कितने सारे, अगर किसी को खोल दो जैसे Amazon इंटरव्यू हार्ड, ठीक है, you can see कि क्या क्वेश्चंस पूछे थे, just second, go back on campus, देखते हैं। So you will be shown कि टेक्निकल राउंड क्या हुआ था, इंट्रोडक्शन पूछा था, फिर ये पूछा था, राइट, फिर उसके बाद what happened, like what happened in this particular round, ठीक है। So वैसे करने वाला है, राइट। सो ये पढ़ लिया, देन जस्ट गो फॉर द नेक्स्ट राउंड, कि नेक्स्ट राउंड में क्या पूछा गया था। लोग प्रॉपर्ली लिखते हैं ब्रो, प्रॉपर्ली फर्स्ट राउंड में क्या हुआ था, सी राउंड 1, राउंड 2 में क्या हुआ, राउंड 3 में क्या हुआ, राइट, वर्डिक्ट क्या हुई थी, क्यों हुई थी, एवरीथिंग, ठीक है, यू कैन लर्न फ्रॉम अदर्स मिस्टेक्स एज वेल। तो दिस इज द कंपनी स्पेसिफिक प्रिपरेशन, ऐसे बहुत सारी चीजें हैं, आई विल टीच यू, ठीक है, डोंट रश, ठीक है, अभी नहीं, राइट नाउ अभी तुम डीएसए पे फोकस करो, तो ओवरऑल डीएसए पढ़ने की कोशिश करो, ठीक है, हम धीरे धीरे करके कंपनी स्पेसिफिक पे स्टार्ट करेंगे। कूल, स्टार्ट करेगा इस हाफ एन आवर, लाइक 20 मिनट्स कुछ डिस्कस करते हैं, ठीक है। दिस इज द फर्स्ट क्लास, ठीक है, सो मे बी प्रॉपर्ली सिंक नहीं बैठा होगा, बट विल डेवलप इट ओवर द टाइम। आई एम रियली ग्लैड द स्ट्रेंथ रिटेन टिल नाउ, ठीक है, काफी लोग लीव करते थे यूजुअली, तो लाइक आई एम रियली फाउंड ऑफ यू गाइस कि तुम लोग, या श्योर अरविंद, श्योर, रेफर क्यों नहीं देखे भाई, बहुत लोग किया मैंने। Do attend the classes, ठीक है, या डोंट वरी मैम, ठीक है, तुम लोग के पास बहुत ज्यादा टाइम नहीं है, आई एग्री, ठीक है, मेरे पास भी नहीं है, राइट, बट जितना है उसमें से बेस्ट निकालो यार, दैट इज व्हाट आई एम आस्किंग, ये जस्ट ब्रिंग द बेस्ट आउट ऑफ व्हाटएवर यू हैव, मतलब बहुत कम रिसोर्सेस है, आई एग्री, रिसोर्स इन द सेंस कि टाइम भी रिसोर्स ही है ना, सो बट व्हाट आई एम सेइंग इज कि जितना हो पाए उतना करो यार, यू नीड टू डू इट बिकॉज यू आर नॉट डूइंग इट फॉर मी, ठीक है, यू आर डूइंग इट फॉर योरसेल्फ, ठीक है, बी योर, like help yourself, ठीक है, I'll be guiding you, ठीक है, and अगर तुम yeah, guys, I'll just a second, I'll talk about that. So as I'm saying कि you're helping yourself, right, so you're supposed to be the fighter, ठीक है, and I'm just I'll be guiding you. And if I find that you guys are enthusiastic, okay, like if you guys are asking doubts out of the like out of the assignments, then I'll be really happy, and I'm really happy to explain those questions as well. Correct. So I'm fine with explaining those questions as well to you. Okay. Because I'm seeing that you're fighting, right? So that will give me more motivation. Correct. So I wanted you like, have you guys heard of the difference between a horse and an what is that? Horse and donkey. Have you guys heard of that? क्या डिफरेंस होता है बताओ हॉर्स और डोंकी में? नहीं, देखो डोंकी, लाइक डोंकी का फीचर क्या है, लाइक इफ यू पुट लॉट ऑफ वेट ऑन डोंकी, ठीक है, ही विल जस्ट कैरी इट बट ही वोंट मूव फॉरवर्ड, ठीक है, ही विल जस्ट स्टे देयर, ठीक है, बट द पर्सन हु इज टेकिंग केयर ऑफ द डोंकी, इफ ही हिट्स हिम, ही विल मूव अ लिटिल मोर फॉरवर्ड एंड ही विल स्टॉप देयर, ठीक है, दैट इज द फीचर ऑफ डोंकी, मतलब लाइक उसको मारना पड़ता है, लाइक थोड़ा दूर जाएगा फिर मारना पड़ेगा, फिर दूर जाएगा थोड़ा मारना पड़ेगा, करेक्ट, करेक्ट, no, I'm not talking about हार्ड वर्किंग मैन, नो, हार्ड वर्क स्मार्ट वर्क तो रहने दो साइड में, ठीक है, मैं ये नहीं बोला स्मार्ट वर्क करो मतलब स्किप कर देना आंसर को, कॉपी कर देना, दैट इज स्मार्ट वर्क, नो दैट इज नॉट स्मार्ट वर्क, ठीक है, हाँ, सी व्हाट आई वांट इज गाइस टू बी हॉर्सेस, आई वांट यू गाइस टू बी माय हॉर्सेस, ठीक है, मुझे मेहनत करना पड़ेगा टू स्टॉप यू, ठीक है, सी लाइक इफ यू गाइस नो कि हॉर्स में इफ यू नो कि हॉर्स का जो लेफ्ट और राइट साइड देयर विल बी ब्लाइंड फोल्डेड, व्हाई डू यू नो कि लेफ्ट और राइट में ब्लाइंड फोल्ड क्यों कर देता है हॉर्स को? डू यू थिंक? फोकस, हाँ देखो, सी हॉर्स हैज लॉट ऑफ स्ट्रेंथ, सो हॉर्स इज रियली एंथुसियास्टिक, ठीक है, हॉर्स इज रियली पावरफुल एंड एंथुसियास्टिक, कि अगर उसे कुछ दिखेगा ना जैसे कूदने वाली चीज, ठीक है, ही विल स्टार्ट टू जंप फॉर इट, ठीक है, बिकॉज ही लाइक्स दैट, ठीक है, so to make him not do such things, okay, to not provoke him from all the things that are coming from left and right, so his vision is blocked only to see one direction, okay, so that uh, like he can be reaching his goal in a much better way, okay, so I want you guys to be the horses who are jumping either here and there, showing lot of energy and moving on yourself, so that I'll be focusing you, okay, I'll be focusing that energy in a proper channel, okay, and I don't want you to be donkeys who like I'll be motivating you, हाँ 2 दिन पढ़ लिया फिर वापस पढ़ना बंद कर दिया, नहीं ऐसे मत रहो, बी माई हॉर्सेस, ठीक है, दैट इज अ काइंड, है ना guys, cool, so that is what I'm expecting from you guys, ठीक है, do that, ठीक है, and be the horses, ठीक है, be enthusiastic, be learn lot of things, ask me lot of things, get the maximum use out of me, ठीक है, जितना पूछ सकते उतना पूछ लो, जितना सीखना चाहते हो उतना सीख लो, right? So I'll be so I think there are some requests coming from for me for the camera, so I like I've thought in both the ways, like I found it more more productive and more interactive without the camera, because I've seen people ending up seeing me or I myself seeing me, so right now we don't have any distraction, okay, so I'll be continuing it in this way only, okay, you won't find any problem in this, okay, you won't find any problem in this, trust me, okay, it's going to be really good, okay, just use the chat, use the hand raise option, okay, so you won't have any distractions, okay, so let's get started guys, क्यों काफी 5 मिनट हो गए, correct, so this is welcome page, let's leave it, so features बताया था, homework करो and all, I'll note it down later, homework, horses, Krishna, ये सब बताया था, consultation notes, live doubt sessions बताया था, and उसके बाद क्या बताया था, what's happening with this, sorry I need to remove that, live doubt session, mentor sessions, use Discord, be interactive, ठीक है, be interactive, feedback, interactive मतलब unmute yourself, ठीक है, डोंट स्पैम, ठीक है, अगेन अनदर थिंग, ठीक है, दीज आर थिंग्स। अगर कुछ याद आया तो हाँ, कंसिस्टेंसी यार सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट, तो 0 मार्क करेंगे बस, करेक्ट। चलो लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड, ठीक है। सो द फर्स्ट टॉपिक इज हैशिंग। So doubt session का timings, the live doubt session का timings will be shared with you in the Discord, ठीक है, एक announcements का channel होगा, उसमें मतलब बहुत सारे slots होंगे for the live doubt session. You can attend that and get your doubts cleared. अगर काफी ज्यादा ही doubts है, ठीक है, तो तुम like you can schedule a mentorship session, ठीक है, तो do use of that, ठीक है, take use of that, ठीक है, about the live doubt session, ठीक है, क्योंकि it's not possible practically for me to teach take 270 doubts, right, 270 students ka doubts, correct. So in that way it will be helping me as well. Okay, let me get started. Voice is low, okay, thank you for pointing it. So yeah, so today we'll be learning something called hashing, okay. So what is this hashing? So hashing is a technique, okay. So I won't confuse you guys. What's the date today? October 3rd, right? Okay. So I won't be telling any fancy statements or key as one or like everything is going to be really simple, okay. So you can just Google the statement. What I feel hashing is a technique, okay, needed to efficiently find or store an element, okay. This is the definition according to me, okay. Item or element, okay. So what is this item and element? Give, break, then start. Like guys, do you need break now? बताओ, नहीं ना, अरे रुक जाओ यार थोड़ा, like let me give you the introduction, उसके बाद तुम ब्रेक ले लेना, खा के आ जाना, ठीक है, उसके बाद we can continue, ठीक है, yeah. So I'm saying, yeah, I'm saying पूरे 46 messages, okay guys, just a second, थोड़ा देर, just wait 10 minutes पढ़ लेते हैं, ठीक है. So guys, do you know about industrial revolution? हुआ था ना उस टाइम पे इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन, right? So at that time, okay, when industrial revolution has happened, okay, the most important thing that has happened is the oil, okay, because oil is the fuel that driven the industrial revolution, okay. Oil in the sense कि crude oil की बात कर रहा हूँ, क्योंकि oil से you are getting lot of things like petrol जो vehicle को चलाता है, diesel, ठीक है, diesel, like diesel से like lot of machinery works, right, the huge machinery, right, like at times diesel is used to generate electricity as well, right, the transportation के लिए petrol, diesel and all these things, ठीक है. So everything came out of oil, ठीक है. Without the oil, like industrial revolution would be impossible, correct. And definitely there are many methods, right, yeah, there are many methods that are like became really popular, ठीक है. There are many applications like जो है हमारा engine, ठीक है, engine also works on oil, ठीक है. It's an application of using an oil, ठीक है, extracting an oil, ठीक है, crude oil say like distillation method or how to separate these components and like how to separate like blast furnace, how to separate the iron and all these things, okay. Everything like all such processes became really famous because they harness the fact that oil is really useful and getting extracting from oil is really necessary, okay. Working on oil is really necessary, right. So this is the thing that driven the industrial revolution, okay. So right now when the software or IT revolution is happening, the same thing just like oil is data, okay. Data is the data is the modern day fuel for everything. Okay? So just like कि combustion engine जैसे बना था and all the engines, all the applications, all the methods, distillation method and blast furnaces and whatever the equipment made, okay, to get the most out of the oil. Okay, the same way algorithms are being generated. The data structures are being written so that you can efficiently use the data. Okay, like data is the actual fuel right now. Like you have like you have TBs and petabytes of data available in the internet, and like not in the internet, I mean in the world, right? That is being generated every day using your the way you're searching, the way you're using the apps and all. Okay, so there should be proper ways to harness how the data is being used, right? So there are like as fast as मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा data होने पे like speed also becomes an important factor, right? So that is how the algorithms are written, the data structures are written, right? So data structures मतलब जिस तरह से तुम data को structure करके रखते हो, so that you will be getting it in a really fast and efficient manner. So that is really important. That is exactly where data structure come into the picture. Correct? Correct. Guys, is this not visible? Hello? See, I'm just saying ki you need to like right now what you're learning the DSA. The part of DSA is nothing but using the data as a fuel to make your applications run. Similarly, जैसे पहले combustion engines होते थे, all those things that are used for industrial revolution, right? For the IT revolution, you're using the data. Okay? So that is the reason why you need to access the data in a really fast manner, in a really efficient manner. Okay? And you will be applying algorithms. Algorithms में ये सब आता है ना, all these things like searching, filtering, or everything you see in the internet. Right? So in Amazon and Flipkart, Myntra, and all these things, right? So like the DSA became really important because of this fact that there is abundance of data, but really few ways of how to harness the data is present. That is the reason data structures and algorithms have become really famous. यहाँ तक clear है सबको? Hello? Okay, my bad. Okay, the gray tab is nothing but the chat box. Okay. Yeah, I know that. Okay, I'm getting that. So I understood what you're saying. Okay, so let me just open the screenshot. Message sharing. So the gray tab is because of the chat box. Okay, so whatever, like whenever I'm opening the chat, okay, I'm opening that. I'll try to minimize it. But again, if you're spamming a lot, then I need to increase it. Correct? Okay. No, I won't disable the chat. Okay, I know many people do that, but I don't want to do that because at times you guys will be providing the proper things. Okay, just like voice log and all. Okay, I won't be speaking it. Then there won't be any difference between the recorded lecture and the live sessions, right? Chalo. So hashing is a technique. Okay, basically technique to search or store an element in a very efficient manner. So what does this efficient manner mean? Okay. So I'll tell you in a bit. Okay. So you guys learned about binary search, correct? So if at all the data is provided in a sorted fashion, you can easily calculate or find a value in log n time. That is what you learned in binary search. Okay. So can you guys see everything you're learning is a kind of optimization or a way to find or search the data or work on the data in a proper manner. Agreed? In a better manner. Right? So similarly, hashing is also the same thing. Okay, hashing ke liye bhi you're doing the same thing. Okay. So what? Let me give you an actual understanding of hashing. Okay. Just basic sense of hashing. Okay. So I'll tell you in a bit. Okay. Starting में थोड़ा बहुत friction लग सकता है hashing. Okay, but you will be really comfortable afterwards. So the basic sense of hashing is keep generating a key value pair. Okay, just wait. I'll tell you what it is. Okay. So let me tell you about hash. Okay. So there's something called hashing function which will generate it. So you'll be giving a key. Key will be given to the hashing function. Function could be anything. Okay. Just understand it as a and f of x will be provided. So f of x could be anything, like it could be log n, it could be x square plus y or whatever. Okay, so it will be an hashing function initially होगा, इससे output निकलेगा. Correct. So this is called hashing function. Okay. So this is called generating, and this is the value. The output is the value. Okay. So wait. Okay. This is not what the concept you have about the map. Okay. Just listen to it. Okay. So मैं तुम्हें एक example दूँ. ठीक है. The same thing का example दूँ. So let me define. Okay. I'm just defining a hashing function like this. F of n equals to n modulo 10. Okay. This is a hashing function which I have defined. ठीक है. तो मैंने बताया था input जाएगा, input will go into the function f of n, and output will be getting the output. Agreed, right? तो अभी समझ लो we have an array. ठीक है. We have an array something like this. The value like 256. We have an array. ठीक है. Array मतलब कोई data हो गया ना. It's a raw form of data. Correct. So key will be n, and the value will be like this is the input, and this whole thing is an output. Okay. So just imagine, I'm just telling this thing. Key, let me just put this value. Okay, this value is having the index 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. Correct. So this particular index पे, ठीक है, this value है. Let me find, like this is the input value. समझ लो. इसका output क्या आने वाला है? 49 modulo 10 क्या आने वाला है, guys? It will be 1, right? Correct. So 1 में. So let me just make an array of size 10. ठीक है, which is representing the output. ठीक है. So जैसे ये 1 आया ना. So wherever 1, I'll be putting that value 41. ठीक है. So next value के लिए 10 modulo 10 is 0, right? I'll put 10 here. Right, in the same way 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. ठीक है. 29 modulo 10, 9. So let me put 29 here. Correct. 8 modulo 10 is 8. So let me put 8 here. 47 modulo 10, it will be 47. Okay. 256 modulo 10, it will be 285. Okay. So in this way, I put. Okay. Correct. So abhi मैं, like, I'm just putting this. I'm just using hashing here. Okay, to store it. Okay. So just a second. Listen to me. Right. So now I'll say randomly. I'll ask, is 29 present in this array? I'll be asking you, is 29 present in this array? Can you guys tell me? Is 29 present in this array? I'm just giving an example. कैसे करोगे? Right? So you'll be first. मतलब पहला approach होगा, तुम पूरा ये array search करो big O of n time में. Agreed, guys? Hello? Right? अगर array sorted है, if array is sorted, तो binary search की तरह you can go for log n time. Correct? है कि नहीं? Right? तो अभी सोचो, right? So अभी don't, like, it is not possible. ये possible नहीं है because it is not sorted. ठीक है? So now imagine, ठीक है, using the hashing, ठीक है? So I'll be saying कि 29 present है क्या? So what I'll do is I'll find its hash value, that is nothing but 9. ठीक है? Hash function में डाल के it is find 9. So I'll go to this particular array to the 9th position. ठीक है? And I can see that 29 is present. So what is the time I have taken to search an element? Can anyone tell me? Big O of n, exactly. So what I've done, I've calculated the hashing wala value, and I've reached at this position. Okay, just to check if this particular value is present or not. Yes, this particular value is present. So see, I've done it in constant time, right? Pura array, I didn't traverse the whole array, man. I just found the hash value and I went to that particular index to find. How cool is that? हाँ, correct. Ravi Teja, you are asking a great question. है ना? तो मैं आऊंगा उस पे. ठीक है? हाँ, wait, Varun, you are also asking the correct question. Just wait there. ठीक है? But are you guys getting the concept of hashing? What I'm saying is, कि तुम्हारे पास बड़ा सा स्पेस है ऑफ n वैल्यूज, ठीक है. What I'm doing is by creating a hash function something like this, ठीक है, I created 10 buckets, 10 bucket create कर दिया. I created 10 buckets, ठीक है, and whatever value is present, that value will be could be present here. इसमें एक bucket में होगा, like some value might be present in this particular bucket, and to these buckets, ठीक है, guys don't spam, ठीक है. हाँ, wait, हाँ, wait until I'll tell about that. So these buckets, ठीक है, to these buckets I'm able to reach in a constant time, correct, to reach with these buckets. But can you see, bro, can you see that you have reduced the space, I mean the search space by n by 10, है ना? Are you able to see that कि मैं buckets में divide कर दिया? This is called hashing, man. This bucketing is called hashing. हाँ, just wait, अभी मैं पूरा complete नहीं कर, questions मत पूछो, जो समझ में आ रहा है, like whatever I'm asking कि समझ में आ रहा है, just tell me that कि समझ में आया कि नहीं. Later we'll talk, ठीक है. Look at this, guys. Yeah. See, so I've created buckets like n by, like I've divided the search space into 10 buckets, okay? Because this value will be having only 10 values, na? 0 हो सकता है, 1 हो सकता है, 2, 3, 4, 5 till 9. There are 10 values. So I've divided them into 10 buckets, right? So these values, okay, these buckets are converted into n by 10, है ना? Search space got divided by 10 just by writing this hashing value. Agreed? So my search space got really less, correct? So this is about searching, right? I told you first statement kya tha hashing ka, you need an efficient way to search or store an item or element, right? That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm dividing it, the whole search space, into buckets so that each bucket ko main pahunchne mein bahut kam time lag raha hai. In that bucket, now the search space got really reduced. So this is one of the example, because this is not the final hashing function that I'm preparing. This is one of the example, correct? Yeah, splitting and searching, correct. Are you guys following? So I'll tell you, ठीक है. Someone is asking कि अगर मेरे पास एक और वैल्यू जैसे 45 है तो क्या होने वाला है, correct. So see guys, whenever you're writing a hashing function, तुम ऐसे hashing function लिखोगे जो as unique as possible देगा for a particular value, एक ही kind of thing देगा, correct. तो ideal hash function इसको बोलते हैं, ठीक है. f of n is equal to n. This is the ideal hash function because हर value is very unique. जो भी value रखोगे उसी value का hash function मिलेगा, right? But we need to take care of the space as well, right? So what I'm saying is कि अगर 45 लिया, अगर 45 आया, you can see that 45 modulo 10 is also 5, correct. यहाँ पे 5 already है, 8 285 पे already 5 है. So this condition, ठीक है, the condition where, ठीक है, the condition where two keys are producing the same hash value, two keys or more producing same hash value, that is called collision, ठीक है. collide हो रहा है ना guys, देखो 5 पे these both values are colliding. किसको रखें? Where will you put it? हाँ, I'll use English. Yeah, thanks. So where will you put it? Right. So there's a, now I need to resolve this collision. अब मैं इसको resolve करना चाहता हूँ. There are multiple ways of resolving the collision, ठीक है. But I'll go to the basic, ठीक है, basic collision, that is, ठीक है, chaining, ठीक है. Chaining is a way, ठीक है, of avoiding the collision, ठीक है. अगर like if at all you have something called 285, ठीक है, तो 45 आ गया मेरे पास, तो मैं क्या करने वाला हूँ, here each element is not just an element, it's a head of a chain of a linked list, okay. So I can make this guy point to next element as a next element 45. This guy might be pointing to null and everyone is pointing to null, ठीक है. अगर एक और वैल्यू आ गया, समझ लो 35 आ गया, तो 35 भी यहाँ पे लग जाएगा. This is called chaining. See, I'm creating a chain. correct? Correct. So this is the way to resolve collision. So this is very theoretical. You're not going to use any of this, ठीक है? But मैं बता रहा हूँ so that it's good for your knowledge. ठीक है? Might be asked in the interview. That's why बता रहा हूँ. ठीक है? हाँ, like linked list, yeah. Linked list की तरह ये पहले होने वाला है. But see guys, अगर multiple elements भी होने वाले, समझ लो 78 भी होगा, तो you can see that 78 यहाँ पे आ जाएगा, correct? So even then, are you able to see कि bucket में ही divide हो गया, correct? You can see that अभी पूरा search space में you have some elements like 9 elements है. Out of 9 elements, अगर तुम 35 ढूंढना चाहता हो, you are just only searching these 3 elements, correct? So in a way, you're searching only in terms of buckets only. Agreed? Your search space got reduced to a great degree. Agreed? अगर collision नहीं है तो single element ही होगा. Correct? In the worst case में, yes, correct, it will be big of n. Worst case ये होने वाला है, ठीक है? कि you're going to write, like you're going to have everything with the same value, है ना? तो तुम्हें जिस तरह से chaining कर रहे हो, that should be changed, है ना? तो उस केस में you can write, you can give a bigger hash value like n modulo 100. तो 100 करोगे तो फर्स्ट 2 digits बेस पे होगा, तो 100 का एक array बनेगा, but it will be more spacious, ना? Agreed? Correct? Making sense, guys? Are you getting what's going on? ठीक है? So it's a way to efficiently store a element so that you can search for it in a very good time, ठीक है? So it's a kind of bucketing thing, ठीक है? और मैं बता रहा था कि this is the ideal hash function and this is what similarly will be implemented in the hash map, ठीक है? So there are multiple other ways of dealing with the collision, ठीक है, which we won't go into the depth, like we have linear probing, quadratic probing, ठीक है? ऊपर से बता दूंगा, ठीक है? अगर linear probing में you like यहाँ पे next available space में you will be putting 45, ऐसे करता है, ठीक है? Quadratic probing में you will be jumping to the position, है ना? तो यहाँ पे available नहीं है, you will go to the 4th position. यहाँ पे available नहीं है, you go to the 9th position, ठीक है? So that is completely theoretical. I'll send you the links to read. ठीक है? Don't worry about that. ठीक है? So but this is about the hashing. हाँ, crystal clear तो नहीं होने वाला, ठीक है? Because like this is kind of like a very theoretical concept, ठीक है? जो पूरे semester में पढ़ाया जाएगा, right? So worst case, about the worst case, see, just imagine worst case में सब values 5 के साथ ही end हो रहा है, 15, 25, 35, 75, 55, 65, ठीक है? Some 85. In this worst case, you can see that if you take an array, ठीक है? जिसमें 5 है, only there all the values will be present, correct? Then it's the same thing as searching in the array, but it is cool, right? In the worst case, you will be searching this thing, okay? Then you can try to use this as a hashing function. इसमें करोगे, again everything will be separated. 5 will be here, 15 will be 15th position, 25 will be in 25 position, correct? Guys, is this making sense? Space complexity, obviously सोचना space complexity. इस hash function के लिए you have 100 elements, ठीक है? For the ideal hash function you have n elements again, but all these things are handled, ठीक है? So all these things are handled in the that thing, ठीक है? But I'll anyway teach you because this is kind of necessary. Okay, I'll tell you about these things, ठीक है? So we can have a break, ठीक है? We'll come back and we can discuss. कुछ doubts आए इसमें तो जरूर पूछना, जो खाना निकालने वाला है, right? So linking is done. सोनो एक बार सोचो, how can the linking be done, bro? Yeah, we are compromising with space complexity, correct? Tushar, see, space or time, right? I mean time complexity and space complexity, which is more valuable? Tell me, Tushar. Time is more valuable, ठीक है? तो 1960s में if you look at a hard disk, it is of a size of a room in which I am sitting. 10 KB का hard disk इतना बड़ा होता था. Now even 1 TB ka hard disk, you will be getting it in a pen drive, correct? So by the increase in the transistors, increasing in the technology, you are able to reduce the space to a great extent. अब space हमारे हाथ में है, right? And it is tend to improve a lot. लेकिन time तब भी same था, 1 second same था 1960 में भी, और अभी भी 1 second same ही है, right? We are not able to compromise with the time. We can compromise with the space, right? It's a kind of trade-off. कि giving away थोड़ा space, I'll be getting a better time complexity. So guys, I hope भव्य ने तुम्हें ये पढ़ाया होगा about the stacks, ठीक है? Finding the next greater element. इसमें n square time लगता है, but using the stack, you'll be just getting it in big of n time. Correct, guys? Correct. So you are trading like big of n, you are able to find the next greater element, but you are giving a big of n of stack, right? You are using a stack of big of n. You're trading the time with the space, correct? Guys, don't you think? वहां भी कर रहे थे और यहाँ भी कर रहे हो same चीज. I'll tell you of the collision mode, Mohammed. I'll tell you about that. Don't worry. Yeah, we are prioritizing, optimizing time, correct? So you are using space. Yeah, I agree. You're using space. Okay, but time ka you're creating 10 buckets and you're putting elements into 10 buckets. Okay. So in the like you're searching for n by 10. ठीक है, अब इस hash function को use करोगे, you're creating 100 buckets. 100 buckets में मतलब you can reach to a particular bucket very easily. ठीक है, and then तुम और कर सकते हो. ठीक है, तो सोचो एक बार, सोचो डिक्शनरी के बारे में. How is the dictionary doing the hashing? एक बार सोचो एक बार इसके बारे में. Is dictionary also doing the hashing? कुछ relation है? ठीक है. So meanwhile, just have the lunch. ठीक है, कोई सोचो इसके बारे में. ठीक है, we'll discuss about the collisions. ठीक है. Yeah, I'll tell you. Don't worry, Vishwas. I'll come back and we'll tell you. ठीक है, don't worry. नहीं, बाइनरी सर्च हो रहा है? कौन बोला? अरे बाइनरी सर्च तुम कर रहे हो, right? You're doing binary search in the dictionary. ठीक है, but what is the way in which data is being stored? Yeah, it is doing hashing. Just try to think how is that guy solving the collision. कैसे collision solve कर रहे हैं, एक बार सोचो उसके बारे में, है ना? बात करते हैं इसके बारे में. ठीक है, चलो, we'll talk about it. Have a break, good break. We can come back in after 30 minutes. It's 10:16, तो 10:45 पे आ जाना. ठीक है, या 10-20 मिनट्स ले लेना, काफी है 20 मिनट्स क्यों? 10:25. I mean 10, not 25. I'm sorry. 10:35. Yeah. Yeah, cool. Let it be in the recording. Okay. No worries. The students will be skipping that. It's cool. They won't be much. So it's cool. 10:35. Yeah. Final. Yeah. Chalo. Have lunch. Okay. Think about this thing. Okay. We'll come back. We'll learn hashing. I'll teach you. Okay. Don't worry. सब सीख जाओगे. ठीक है. Just bear little patience. ठीक है. Yeah, hi guys. Hello, just raise your hand if you're present. Yeah, some 17 hands have been raised. Yeah, hi. एक बार hand raise कर देना, एक बार strength देखना था, people who are active. 100 तो cross करनी चाहिए. Then I'll start. उठाओ. Just raise your hand. Till it crosses 100. 60, 65, 70. Come on. 30 more people. Raise your hands. 80, 20 more. Come on. 10 more, 5 more. 5 more hands needs to be raised for my class to begin. Right, it's थोड़ा कम break दिया guys because first day है थोड़ा है ना. So, but we'll be having a proper break. 3 more hands need to be raised. 2 more. 99, 99, 99. Okay. Okay, great man. Great. Cool. Century हो गया. चलो, put your hands down. Great. Okay, chalo. So guys, so let's resume with whatever we were reading. Okay. So do you guys have any doubt till now? Anything? No. So एक और बार, like let me revise these things. Okay. So this is really important. Up to what hashing is splitting the input and assigning it to a respective bucket. So instead of having the time, correct, Vishwas, can you put the same message in the chat again? Can you put the same message in the chat? Let people read in the everyone's chat. Yeah. So I'll explain dictionary. Cool. Okay, man. See. So let me just give a brief recap. Okay. So I was telling about hashing. Hashing matlab efficient way of searching. Okay. So how does this thing happen? By using a hashing function, which will put a key. Like when we input a key, it will give an output that is a value. Okay. Using that value, like value will identify the bucket in which it is present. Okay. So it is a way like of dividing n space. Okay. देखो guys, what's happening in binary search? In binary search, you have a n values, right? And you're dividing it by n by 2 in each step, correct? N by 2, n by 4, n by 8, and n by 60 till it is 1. Okay. It is taking log n steps, correct? So that is the reason why log n time lag raha hai, correct? So do you guys know how it is taking log n, or should I explain that as well? Hello? You know it, right? है कि नहीं? पता है ना guys? Right? So, right? So, like एक और बार बता देता हूँ to the people who don't know. ठीक है? So it will be 1. N will be converted. N by 1 will be converted to n by 2. It will be converted to n square. It will be converted to n cube. ठीक है? Let us assume there are in k steps it will happen. ठीक है? So last term is going to be n divided by 2 power k equals to 1. है ना? That is like last term. Okay. So after k steps, so it will be 2 power k, and logarithming on both sides, it will be log n equals to k. Correct. In this way, in log n steps, you're reaching. Okay. What you're doing here is you're dividing the search space into buckets, and each bucket you can reach it in big of one time, so that like now you're not searching n numbers, you're searching n by 10 numbers on average case. Correct. Right. Correct. तो वही चीज मैं कैसे कर रहा हूँ? तो like right now I've declared a hashing function as this one. ठीक है? And modulo 10. ठीक है? So and I'm dividing it based on its last value. है ना? Correct. So it could be possible that there are multiple values which are having the same last value as that. ठीक है? That is condition is called collision. ठीक है? So how to avoid that collision? ठीक है? So avoid मतलब handle that collision. That one way is chaining. This is called open hashing. ठीक है? So chaining करके like you can chain those things so that it will look like you're like at this particular position, you have these many values, you will be just searching among these values, and because of n time, because n nahi hai, thoda kam hai, right? N by 10, whatever, right? So this is one of the technique. Okay, there's another technique called linear probing. I won't go into the much depth. ठीक है, तुम चाहे तो you can go into that. ठीक है, लास्ट बैच में ज्यादा डेप्थ में चला गया and people got mad कि ये क्या ये समझ ही नहीं आ रहा, because this is completely not practical for you guys. You won't be using it anywhere. But linear probing मतलब like you will be linearly searching कि where is the next available space and you'll put that element there. ठीक है, and like once there's another value, you'll just linearly go and search in that array. Quadratic probing matlab based on its index, you will be going for and searching for the next element first, and then 2 square mein, फिर उसके बाद 3 square mein, it's quadratic, right? 4 square mein. In that way you'll be having the positions. Correct? Cool. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll send all the videos in the Discord. ठीक है, तो I hope everyone के लिए clear है. ठीक है, so there's another way. देखो डिक्शनरी क्या करता है. What does a dictionary do? Dictionary is not binary search, man. Dictionary uses hashing. कैसे? It creates 26 buckets. Just like I created 10 buckets, this guy creates 26 buckets. Each bucket, ये A, B, C, D, E, Y, and Z. Correct? Correct, Pranshu, right? So देखो कोई भी number, for example, कोई just give me a name, man. Just give me a name of a verb or something. Apple, ठीक है? Apple को I'll put it here. APPLE. Aeroplane, I'll put it here. ठीक है? Ball को यहाँ पे रखूंगा, boar को यहाँ पे रखूंगा, right? In that way, right? So now whatever the search space is, बहुत सारे words है, right? So you're searching those words, right? So you have divided, the dictionary has divided them into buckets of 26, ठीक है? So that तुम्हें पता है कि A में, like if you're starting a word, you're searching a word that is aeroplane, ठीक है? You will be going into the bucket A, right? But again, bucket A में भी बहुत सारे, even now the searching is, even just considering the first letter, even now the searching has become difficult, guys, don't you think? Correct? No, they are not same, bro. I'll tell you, right? So they will do multi-level hashing. Okay, second level of hashing, it is based on the second character. Now this guy has 26 more buckets, A, B, C, D, and these are based on the second letter. How cool is that? ठीक है, तो aeroplane इसमें आ जाएगा, aeroplane में, right? And all the values that are starting with A and D will go inside this. ठीक है, Apple will go into P. Correct? Are you guys getting what's happening? So यहाँ पे भी you will be having another level of hashing, right? So this is called multi-level hashing, right? This is another way of collision avoidance. Correct? हाँ, nested hashing बोल लो. How many level will it go till that particular element is unique? उसका hash value unique जब तक नहीं होगा, मतलब पूरा value. I told you, right? The ideal hash function is this one, right? So till this goes to this position, it will keep on going and dividing, right? So every value, every word you put should have a unique value so that it can be identified. Agreed? So that is about hashing, man. Okay, so I think people have asked how do the linked list is stored. It is simple. Okay, मतलब linked list कैसे store किया? Integer के जगह you can just use a class, or you can just use a linked list का class, right? So it is array of linked lists in that way. Correct? Guys, देखो, I'm just explaining dictionary to explain you multi-level hashing. Right? What is multi-level hashing? In each bucket, you are having multiple buckets. Again, you're hashing based on the second word, right? You can apply that here as well. Okay, you can apply that here as well. Okay, n by 10 ho gaya. And even then these are copulated, right? You can see that 8, 4, and 3 are not same. So you can further divide them into the buckets. Okay, this is just complete theoretical thing. Let me get into something more practical till now. Okay. या डिक्शनरी पार्ट में डोंट स्ट्रेस योर माइंड्स टू मच, ठीक है. डिक्शनरी में आई एम जस्ट शोइंग कि हाउ द होल इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज को वी हैव डिवाइडेड इट इनटू 26 buckets. Each bucket denotes ki what is the first letter in that particular word, ठीक है. And there are multiple words starting with A, so there are 26 more buckets that are present in that particular bucket. So it is 26, like it is another level of hashing, right? Are you getting it? And it will keep on going, correct? So it is multi-level hashing. Like after one hashing you will be doing it. I'll tell you, just wait, ठीक है. Perfect ना? Great. So now let me continue, ठीक है. So देखो, we learned about collision, we learned about chaining, we learned about linear probing, we learned about quadratic probing, we learned about multi-level hashing. तुम कुछ भी use करने वाला नहीं हो. Everything is theoretical. Everything is for your knowledge. I'm telling. ठीक है. This is not necessary in terms of solving the problems. ठीक है. This is just a knowledge of what you're doing. Correct. Yeah, SK, you can do multi-level hashing for an integer value. Yeah. जैसे लास्ट वैल्यू क्या उसका नेक्स्ट लास्ट वैल्यू के लिए करो, राइट? करेक्ट. ओके, चलो लेट मी कंटिन्यू. नाउ लेट मी इंट्रोड्यूस अ कॉन्सेप्ट कॉल्ड मैपिंग. आर यू फॉलोइंग गाइस? व्हाट इज मैपिंग? मैपिंग, दिस इज रियली प्रैक्टिकल. ठीक है. सो मैप वन particular entry to other data entry, that is called mapping. What is it? Hello? नहीं है. linear probing, quadratic probing are not important, ठीक है. They are just a way. मैं ऊपर से बता दिया. If you want, you can, I'll send you that articles, good articles present on that. Then just go through them, and they are not important. And even whatever I spoke till now, they are not important, ठीक है. मतलब they are not very practical, ठीक है, because these are like initial stages of hashing. Hashing has come a long way after that, ठीक है. So I'll just show you. Okay. So yeah, what is mapping? Mapping मतलब देखो, one value को दूसरा value से map करना is called mapping. Like if I get this value, I should be getting this value. Don't confuse it with the hashing, ठीक है. This is different, ठीक है. For example, roll number, ठीक है. Roll number, like, so do you think mapping is a really practical application, right? बचपन में या अलग है bro. Let me wait. अरे wait यार, why are you asking about hash map? I didn't even tell you about hash map ना. I was telling about hashing, right? One link to another link, no. Simple thing. एक बार सोचो इसके बारे में, ठीक है. So if I created a table like this, ठीक है. So if I someday thought of taking a test for you guys, and like I'll be just marking those things, ठीक है. This will be roll number, which will be unique for every student. This will be marks, correct? So roll number 1 got 90 marks. Roll number 2 got 85 marks, right? Roll number 3 got 45 marks. Okay. So if a particular person, if at all your batch manager asks you what does this particular roll number, like some 59 roll number guy got, so I can say ki this guy got 69 marks, right? Are you guys getting it? Like this is a kind of mapping, right? I'm mapping the roll number with your marks, right? So that the moment I'm having this key, I am able to get the marks, correct? Pairs, yeah, mapping, correct. तो कोई पूछेगा कि 40 नंबर रोल नंबर का बंदा का मार्क्स कितना है, right? So I can say कि this guy got full marks, right? So do you think this is a kind of really practical application, right? Such type of data structures are needed, right, guys? Don't you think such type of data structures are needed for you to store these things? Not just marks, man. Like roll number के द्वारा I need to get, like I maybe I need to get your name as well, okay? So name as well, right? Name is like यहाँ पे उधर लिख दूंगा, right? And something like Rohan here, Mohit here, right? Shreya here, right? Are you getting it? So what is the roll number of this particular, like what is the name of this roll number, I should be saying this. So this is a map, right? Assume कि इसको मैं object की तरह बना लिया, this is a one object, student object, ठीक है? So every roll number is mapped to a student object, ठीक है? An integer is mapped to a student object. Don't you think it's a very practical thing, guys? Such type of data structure का जरूरत है कि नहीं? Guys, don't confuse with hashing and this thing. This is completely different thing. ठीक है? Yeah, right. Such type of data, you can find this data everywhere, man, everywhere. ठीक है? Just tell me where is this data present? Like एक value देते दूसरा value देने वाला data बताओ, कुछ बताओ. Some examples. Just give me those examples. Can anyone tell me? आधार कार्ड या आधार कार्ड नंबर मिलते ही तुम्हारा पूरा डेटा आ जाता है, करेक्ट? ग्रेट. और आधार कार्ड हो गया, ऑर्डर आईडी हो गया, करेक्ट? ऑर्डर आईडी, लाइक यू कैन मैच दैट ऑर्डर आईडी विद अ पर्टिकुलर आइटम, करेक्ट? प्रोडक्ट आईडी हो जाता है, लाइक समथिंग कॉल्ड प्रोडक्ट आईडी होता है ना, राइट? सो उस प्रोडक्ट का आईडी बोलते ही यू विल बी गेटिंग. सो देयर इज अ वे इन विच यू आर मैपिंग दिस वैल्यू विद दिस वैल्यू. मतलब की वैल्यू पेयर की जरूरत है. लाइक if you like, don't confuse it with the hashing. Hashing is different, completely different. I'll relate both of them in few minutes, but wait. ठीक है? यहाँ पे you're putting a key and you're getting a value, correct? So this is a kind of mapping. ठीक है? Map one particular to the other data entry, because you can make this key unique but not this value, correct? Correct. बहुत लोग का नाम उदय हो सकता है, right? Even this guy who is getting this many marks is also उदय, right? But this guy, like, the key should be unique, correct? Email ID to all details of a particular customer. Basically any key value structures. Dictionary in Python, correct? Dictionary in Python. Take a C++ में you have something called map. Attendance register, correct? Piano number, everything, man. You are able to see such type of data everywhere, right? बस इतना ही सोचो, ठीक है? So देखो, this is a very practical application, ठीक है? तो एक बार सोचो, if I give you an array, I don't think this is the right time to give this example, right? So just a second, wait. Okay. So let me tell you. So let me tell you about this thing, hash map. What is a hash map? Like, there's a cool concept called hash map present in Java. Okay. Yeah, just a second. I'll talk about this example moment after I completed a hash map. Okay. So see, guys, like there's a concept called hash map. Okay. You can see that there's a combination of hash and map. You know what map is, right? Right? Key mapped to a value. Agreed? Correct. So see, map का मतलब है कि the moment you get key, you can get the value, correct, in a constant time. ठीक है? तो उसके लिए क्या करना होगा? दोनों को साथ में रखना होगा, something like this. Key यहाँ पे, value यहाँ पे, right? Similar to an array, like array का index की तरह, like यहाँ पे you need to put some value like Uday or something, right? Okay. So what is hashing? So hashing is to get the key in constant time. Correct? So hash map, you can understand it as a map that uses hashing as its background, in its background. Clear nahi hua? Correct? Yeah, correct. It's a combination of hashing and mapping. Okay. Understand hash map as, okay, I'll repeat it. Understand hash map as, okay, understand hash map as a map. Okay, map matlab one value dete hi you will be getting the other value, okay, but it uses hashing to get through that key in a constant time in background. So whatever key is present, uska, like whatever key you're giving, uska like hash value will be calculated, okay? So you can easily reach it in a constant time. Hash value ye bhi ho sakta hai, like for example, if you have a RAM, you have a primary memory. Okay, at a like if I give a value 5, okay, 5 could be converted into a hexadecimal thing, that is a address of a particular value, particular storage in the RAM, where you will be storing the value, this value. Okay, and this is the hash value. So you will be like, the moment you put a key inside a hash map to get that value, hash value will be calculated, so that you're in constant time you will be reaching this position where the value will be stored. Am I being clear here? Hello? So let me give you an example. Okay, so map ka matlab, guys, okay, I was telling about map by giving the example of integer only. No, it's not necessary it should be an integer. Okay, it could be a string, right? It could be just names. Assume that names are unique, right? Is this guy is marking this value, so it will be a map of string mapping with a integer value. Even that is possible. Any type of map could be created. Okay, so what I'm talking about is hash map, right? So this hash map guy is really cool. Okay, so this guy, what he does is, so he will be having it in this way. This is how the table will be, hash table. Okay, so that key value table will be there. Okay, ye key hone wala hai, this is going to be a value, right? So for example, guys, my example de raha tha, you have a array, right? You have an array. Array has elements like 8, 5, 9, 7, 3. Okay. So there can be a question to ask you guys, key, what is the index of the value 3? How to do this question? Yeah, I'll repeat it. Don't worry, I didn't complete it yet. Wait. Let me give an example. Traverse the array, correct? You'll need to traverse the array to check which index is this, correct? Okay, traverse array में big of n लग रहा है, correct? What if, just saying, what if you have a map, okay? You have a map that is pointing its ARR ka value to its index. How cool it will be, guys? How cool it will be? Like for example, 8 will be mapping to 0, right? 5 will be mapping to 1, right? 9 will be mapping to 2, right? 7 will be mapping to 3. So usually in array, you can see that array can be used as a hash map, right? Because index is mapped to a, so array is a really simple example of a hash map, correct? You can reach at an index in constant time and access that element. Simplest example, right? But let us assume I'm creating a map that is pointing that elements to its index. Okay, so 3 is going to point to 4, right? 6 is going to point 5. So if someone asks, what is the index of value 9? I can look at it into this hash map. Okay, because 9 के लिए पहुंचना बहुत simple है, मेरे constant time I can reach because of the hashing technique. Okay, hashing technique that is happening behind, right? And value तो easily मिल जाएगा because of the map, hash map. This logic को मैं समझा रहा था last 1 hour, which I'm not even using here. See, that is happening internally. How string character can be converted into key value pair? A nice question. See, how string character are converted into key value pair. Okay, so see guys, like I'll tell you, okay, there are something called ASCII values. Okay, so this is uska matlab hai ki American Standard Code of Information Interchange. Okay, just let me know if I'm wrong. Okay, this guy, like every character is associated with a number. Okay, so I'll come into it. I'll come into it. Okay, abhi nahi. Okay, so some 65 होने वाला है, A का value some 65 होने वाला है, B का value some 65, 6, something like this. They are in the sequential order. Okay, so any character can be converted into a integer, but अगर key का type ही string character है, they will be residing in that way. Correct? Yeah. Guys, wait. Index value होती है. Okay, let me repeat it, guys. See, I have created something called hash map. Okay, so right now, just remove all the complexities which I said. We'll link it later. Okay, मतलब थोड़ा time लेने के बाद. Hash map basically says it will map a key with its value. Okay, if you provide the key, it will give you the value. Okay, this thing will happen in constant time because both of them are like you will be getting them. Okay, but how this is happening in constant time? Okay, that thing is lying in the hash which you learned. Okay, so whatever value is given, that value ka hash value will be calculated. So obviously hash value is like a bucket ko constantly you can reach. In that bucket, let us assume you have the value. So don't you think because of hashing technique, you are able to create a map which is able to give the value if at all I'm providing the key in constant time? Uh, so the reason I think Arina has asked me a great question. Can we do it in reverse? Provide the value, get the key. Okay, Arina, that's a nice question. So the reason why we use key value pair is that key values may not be unique, but key is always unique. Correct, Arin? Like roll number will be always unique, but marks may not be unique for two roll numbers. Agreed? So so देखो, if at all you are providing a unique key, unique hash value will be created. Okay, so that you can access it. Okay, so the whole point of map is that key, if at all you don't have any duplicates, by using a key you are able to singly identify a particular value. Okay, yeah, that is, see bro, right now I'm talking about an ideal hash function which is exactly providing a unique key. Okay, so what I am saying, so don't mix hashing and mapping. Okay, mapping mein you're storing key and value pair such that if you get the key you're getting the value. In hashing it is about accessing a particular key. Okay, at a particular position, in that position value has been kept. Okay, so I'll give you an example. It will be much practical if I do it in an example way. Okay, so देखो यहाँ पे the way you're creating the buckets and reaching that buckets, that is hashing. Okay, that thing is internally taken care of in the hash maps. Okay, a hash value will be generated and you're internally reaching there. Okay, an ideal hash function is present inside. Okay, for now in the Java collections. Okay, Java collections, if you know, like you have stacks, queues, ये सब है ना? All these methods are there, right? Stacks, queues, linked list. I think queue में linked list आता है, right? All these things. You have something called hash map as well. This is a class, right? So here hashing is taken care of in the background. Okay, I was saying in the starting कि बहुत theoretical है, right? So you are able to constantly, in constant time, you are able to access the key, and in that key you are storing the value. Okay, मतलब corresponding to that key. So that is the reason it is called map. Okay, hash map. There are certain other types of maps as well, tree map and all, which will be coming, which will be covering soon. But the point of discussing the whole hashing concept is that he tell you how the hash value is calculated so that a bucket can be easily identified, so that we can easily go to that particular location in a very quick manner in the actual memory. ये memory में ना, how to go it into a constant way by selecting a proper hash function which will generate the proper address of this memory, and you will be reaching there directly. That is the reason why big of 1 is being, like, we are harnessing the fact of no, just a second guys, just a second. Key is output of hashing and value is output of map. No, see, I'm saying, see, key, value, both are provided in the hash map. Okay, key is mapped to the value. Okay, but key will be converted into a hash value. The hash value can be reached in a constant time where the value will be stored. So in a way, to use a map, to facilitate a map, you're using the hashing concept. Correct? IntelliJ, you're correct. Mapping just mean map, and hash means accessing particular value using key in one. Correct. Perfect. So value is always unique because it generates a unique hash code and maps it to the key. Perfect, man. You guys are telling the statements which I want to tell. So it means that you guys are understanding. Great. और कुछ पूछो मेरे से. I'll explain you about it. Guys, just read the last few 3 statements, man. These guys are like pretty good. Like they have put the exact statement which are in my mind. Yadav, you wanna get unmuted? We can have a discussion on this. Correct. So guys, like hashing, again, hashing is a background process. ठीक है? अभी के लिए, like अगर तुम्हें ये सब complexity चाहिए नहीं, ठीक है? Just think of it in this way. You are providing a key, you are able to access the value in big of one time. How you are doing? Answer lies here. Correct? Answer lies in hashing, but map का यही है, key value pair. Correct? So you'll understand it. You'll eventually understand it. Okay? So guys, I'm telling an example of where you're storing a value against its index, right? So value is being called as a key and value is the index. So like, guys, can you see to find an element ka index, you need to go to big of n now. But right now, because of the use of hash map, okay, you are able to do it in big of one time. But obviously building a hash map will take big of n time. But are you able to query it in a really faster manner? Inserting array values into hash map would take, yes, correct. So inserting n values will take big of n time, but one value will be taking big of one time. Okay, so I'll give you a better example. Just a second, guys. मैं अभी दिखाता हूँ तुम लोगों को practically. So I told it's a Java collections framework, right? The stacks and queues. So let me write the syntax of hash map as well. So it is something like this: hash map. So guys, and there's one more thing. Are you guys familiar with the interfaces? Hello? If we get the same value, should it give an error? I'll tell you about that. Okay. So देखो, interface matlab, like it is a type of thing in Java where the implementation is not given, but only the methods are defined. Okay, and it is left for the people, like for the people who are implementing that class, that interface to implement it. Okay, you guys don't know about interface, right? Okay, cool. Let's save that discussion for later. Okay, let's not complicate it. It's already like hashing and mapping. You guys are getting confused. Okay, so here, so this is how the hash map has been written. Okay, so you can name it anything. Like right now, so this is the name. You can object ka name, right? So name, right? And this is how a hash map has been declared. Okay, this is a declaration. Okay, here you will be having a comma and you will be just saying ki what is that data type of the key. Okay, data type of key and data type of value, right? ये हो सकता है कि this could be an integer, this could be an integer. Okay, it could be a string or integer, right? Something like that. For example, let me mark it as an integer mapping to an integer. Okay, this is just a declaration. Okay, so initialization is in this way: mp equals to new hash map. So it's optional. You can either put the same thing here as well, or it's fine. It's optional here. Blueprint of class is interface, correct? Okay. So guys, this is how it is done. Both the steps. So this is a declaration, as I said, and this is initialization. Okay, we can club these both into a single statement by just equating it into this thing. Okay, but I'm keeping it different. Okay. So are you guys clear here? Yeah. So again, so here you can't do int. You can't do int because only the objects are being, like an object can be mapping to an object. Okay. So we are using wrapper classes. अगर integer करना है तो we are using wrapper classes. Wrapper classes are nothing but they just wrap the integer into that particular class. Okay, so that like we can get all the benefits of being an object, but object has only one integer. Implementation is important. Yeah. So bro, like wrapper class ka implementation is not very critical. Okay, I can share it with you. That's very cool. Okay, but hash map ka internal hash function. Okay, So I can tell you a really cool technique, ठीक है, क्योंकि in few companies it could be possible that कि जो company है that won't be allowing any Java collection framework to work, ठीक है, so you need to create your own hash map. So I'll tell you, ठीक है, how I used to do, ठीक है, in my time, ठीक है, but again it won't be a very complicated hash map if at all they are not allowing, okay? Yeah, wrapper class मतलब guys देखो, wrapper class का I'll take a class differently, ठीक है, some other day, ठीक है. So wrapper class for now understand कि integer के लिए the wrapper class is integer, so this is an object, ठीक है, this is an object, so which will be just storing an int, ठीक है. Float के लिए you have something called float, char के लिए you have something called character, ठीक है. So all such primitive data types, these are primitive data types, right? So such primitive data types are not allowed into the Java collections का जो भी framework में, right? You need to put there, you only need to put the objects. So to solve this problem, these things are created, wrapper classes, which are just nothing but the same things, but in the form of an object. So in the form of a class, okay? So in this class, we'll only have one integer inside it, okay? So I'll take a different class on this thing some other day, okay? Okay, so right now this is how the hash map is declared. Is this cool, guys? Shall I move forward? Shall I move forward? Hello? Great, man. You guys are following really great. ठीक है, तो देखो अभी क्या होने वाला है ना. So definitely map के बारे में बता दिया. So you should be knowing how to insert an element, right? That is the first thing in the map. Hash map में you should be inserting the key value pair. How do you do it? Insertion. और क्या क्या हो सकता है insertion में? Like insertion में, हाँ, yeah, correct. Gaurang, you can have a string data type mapping to a character data type. You can have a character data type mapping to an integer, right? You can have a string mapping to a float value, correct? Anything, correct? So to insert it, you have a method called put, okay? So how to access it? इसका नाम लो mp dot put, and then यहाँ पे in the first comma you will be putting the key, the second comma you'll be putting the value. So this is how you insert the key value pair into your hash map. Okay, this is exactly how your roll number has been mapped with your marks. Okay, roll number होने वाला है, marks होने वाला है, right? So what do you think is the time complexity of this method, guys? Big of n नहीं bro, big of 1 ही होगा ना, right? So you're just inserting it. इसका hash value calculate होगा, at that position value will be put. Correct? Correct. So it is going to be it is like stack. We can use, yeah, in the stack also you can't put like stack declare करते हुए भी you can't put int ना, you can only put integer. Correct? Is the insertion in the order we insert or random? Nice question, man. Again, Harin, that's a really good question. Okay, I'll remind me this thing. I'll teach you in the last. Okay, I'll definitely teach this thing. That's a really good question, actually. Okay, I'll tell you. No. Like I'll tell you why it is random. Okay, it is random, obviously, but why it is random? But if you want it to be in the order, then what to do? I'll tell that as well. Okay, just bear with me. Correct, Tushar. Now, देखो insert हो गया. What about accessing it? Accessing is also important, ना? Yeah, get. जैसे put है, वैसे get है. mp dot get. mp could be anything, man. It's just the map name, है ना? Map name, correct? So it will be just like this. Get the key. If you know the key, you can get the value. So what do you think is the time complexity, guys? Correct. It is big of and by because of hashing. Hashing is the technique in which they are storing the key value pair. Is it underlying technique that is happening? Key ka hash value calculate hoga, hash value pair you can reach instantly. That is a position where value has been stored. How cool is that? Correct, guys. Okay, insertion ho gaya. What about there are multiple other things, like for example removal. Removal is also important. If you don't need that particular entry, you need to remove it as well, right, guys? Remove, mp dot remove. But what to remove? I need to identify it. So to identify, I'll be using a key. Time complexity बताओ इसका. Okay, cool. So updating, someone is asking about updating, right? So in the hash map, okay, only one key should be present. Okay, one key cannot have multiple values. Yeah, one key can have a list of values. Yeah, it is possible. यहाँ पे list of integers लिख दूंगा तो one key could be mapping to list of integers. But like if at all, जैसे कि if at all I put 5 mapping to 1, next time if I put 5 mapping to 10, okay, so this 1 will be overridden into 10. So 1 will be gone and 10 will be there, right? So that is how we update. You can update it directly like this. mp dot put. Correct. Okay. So what it, so this will remove both key value pair will be removed. मतलब key and value will be removed. Is this cool, guys? Hello? No, sorted के बारे में नहीं बोलूंगा. I won't be teaching about sorted random right now. Okay, let's get into that complexity in few minutes, not few minutes, in few hours. Okay. So if we delete key, then value will be deleted. Correct, Harry. Correct. Value will be deleted. Both will be deleted. Right? They are existing as a. They are existing together. Right? Key is dependent on map. And there are multiple methods. Okay, I can just share you the. Like I found a good article that is present with all the methods. Okay, but I'm just explaining the major methods which are actually practical. Okay, you can go through them. Okay. Okay. Contains. Correct. Contains के बारे में पढ़ो. It is something called contains key. Right. So this particular method, okay, contains key. It will take a key as a this thing. Okay. So this particular method checks if the map has a particular key or not. Or not. It will basically return a Boolean value. True matlab that particular key is present. False matlab it is not present. Sir, how are we storing these values using arrays or linked list? Bro, none, man. That's exactly what I'm telling. Just understand it as key hash map mein. Okay, hash map itself is a data structure, right? In that the key value pair will be stored, and they can be like provided the key using the hashing technique, they can access the value in constant time. Okay. So how can I identify that this question can be solved? Yeah, wait. ठीक है, तो ये हो गया, right? Contains key हो गया. This is another method, like, so again this thing is constant time. I hope you guys understood. There's another thing called contains value. What about this? This guy will be taking a value and will say if this particular value is present or not, true or false. So what do you think is the time complexity of this? No, why it is big of 1, Mero? Can anyone tell me why it is big of 1? Exactly, it is big of n, man, big of n. It is big of n. क्यों? अब बताओ. Tell me why it is big of n. Correct. See guys. See, if you have a hash map, it is supposed to be in this way, right? Key value pair, है ना? तो इसमें कुछ वैल्यू होगा, x होगा, some value like y, फिर यहाँ पे z होगा, this value like a, B yoga, C yoga, D yoga, and this guy is E, something like this, right? So you can access any particular key in constant in big of one time because of the hashing technique. ठीक है, hash value create होगा, hash value के पास पहुंच जाना, you will be finding this thing, right? But value के लिए, like there is no hashing, right? At that time you need to iterate through all the values to find if C is present or not. पूरा ही सर्च करना पड़ेगा. You don't have any particular method. एक बार सोचो इसके बारे में, C है कि नहीं, present है कि नहीं, पता करने के लिए, like you need to reach this position and check if this is C. You need to reach this position and if this is A, and if you reach this position and if C is present, right? The worst case it will be big of N. Correct? Correct, man. Correct. You guys are understanding everything I'm saying, man. Weird. Right? So that is contains value. Okay. And there's another function. No, wait. I'll tell about has set again. Wait. I'll tell about that. Okay. See, are you guys getting? These are the 5 methods which I told. There's another method which I'll be not showing. I mean, not writing here, but I'll be showing it is get or default. So this guy like a particular this particular thing. Okay. Get ka, like did you guys think ki agar key nahi hai, key is not present, and if at all you're getting that key, what will happen? Did anyone think of that? एक बार try करना, ठीक है? Just try to think about that. Yeah, sure, man. Okay, great. So let me just go to the GDB. So GDB is an online compiler. Let me just open it. So let me just give you a demonstration on how the GDB, how the hashing works. Right. Right. Welcome to HashMap Banavia. Right. Let me write a hash map. Right. This guy will be mapping a integer with the integer just for now. Okay. It can be mapping a lot of things. Okay. So let me mark it as HM. Okay. Contrary to what I've marked there, so that you guys will be realizing key it is not just specific to that. Yeah. So and I need to import java.util package. All the star का मतलब है कि importing all the classes of this package. ठीक है? Okay, good. So now hm dot put, let me point out one, pointing out with 89. Right. hm dot put 5 mapping with this thing. hm dot put 4 mapping with 78, something like this, right? I can keep on going and writing. I'm putting these values, correct? So I can just put a value like 2 mapping with 88, correct? You can see that 89, 5 is also mapping to 8, 1 is also mapping to 89, 5 is also mapping to 89. Do you think there will be any problem here, guys? No, yeah, correct. Contains key का time complexity कोई पूछ रहा है, Mohit is asking, can anyone tell me? Contains key is constant, correct? It is constant because of hashing, right? So let me just put another thing like 4 का let me put 100. Okay, so let me print the values. Okay, so print के लिए, okay, so let me put hm dot get of 2. So let me write something interesting like this. Right. So 2 is mapping to what? 2 is mapping to, so I've written a string. Okay. 2 का ऐसे arrow करके I've made hm dot get 2. So is this correct, guys? Is this syntax correct? Yeah, we can take a user input. I'll do that. Don't worry. Don't worry about the user input. I'll do that. Cannot find simple. Java.util. I think this is the class, man. क्या हो गया? Why it is not finding the symbol? So import package now. Let me just see the chat. Okay, I'm sorry, my bad. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, take care of that in the PPT as well. Okay. Yeah, you can see that. Welcome to HashMap. And 2 is been mapped with 88. And that's exactly what I put. See, 2 is been mapped with 88. And this thing, we are able to do it in constant time. Great. Right? So let me just print the same statement for 1. Okay, let me just mark it as 1. And let me just put value 1 here. Oh, I can do that. Let me do it for 5 as well. Let me just run this. You can see that 5 is pointing to 89, 1 is also pointing to 89. There's no problem. There's no collision in the key, right? So the same values can be produced. Like roll number 5 can get the same roll number marks, and 1 can also get it. But 4, I've repeated the 4 value. See, initially it was 78. Now it is 100. Hai? So let me check that thing. So let me just mark it as 4. Okay. And let me just run it. You can see that the value will get updated. Okay, it's not 78, it is 100. How cool is that? Right? Because at that particular position, I'm just putting that value. Now here, let me just print it here. Okay, at this position, 4 ka value is 78 only. Right? But later, after this particular statement, it got updated to 100. So can you see that updation has happened? Hello? Yeah, override, updation, elimination, substitution, jo bhi hai. What if you want to access 78 specifically, right? That is exactly what contain value is, right? So contain value में वही हो रहा है ना कि you need to iterate through everything. Guys, you're not asking one particular question which I want you guys to ask me. You're not asking that. Updation statement. What if you want to see for 3? See, key 3. Is the 3 present? Guys, tell me. 3 present hai kya? So let me just mark it as 3 here. And let me just put it as 3 here. 3 is not present, right, in this hash map. So what will happen if I call it for 3? Let's see. Yeah, like someone said, you are returning a value null. Correct? तो लेकिन तुमको null नहीं चाहिए क्योंकि null आएगा तो problem हो जाएगा. You are only just working with the numbers. I want only the numbers. So for that case, you have something called get or default. मतलब either you get it. अगर नहीं हो पा रहा ना तुमसे, so return some value like -1. ठीक है? So this is the default value. The second parameter is called default value. This is the key. Okay, so let me just write it in the PPT as well. Okay, get or default. This guy will take a key and then a default value. Right? So if at all key is present, then the value is returned. If at all key is not present, the default value is returned. Okay? It won't change in the hash map. Okay? Don't confuse it. If present returns value, else default value is returned. ठीक है, let me check it. एक बार देखते हैं. Let me run it. See, 3 is not present, still you're getting -1. ठीक है? It doesn't mean that it has been put into the hash map. No, it is not put. ठीक है? मतलब 3 and this guy -1 is not yet put in the hash map. It is just returning that. ठीक है? So चलो अभी रखते हैं actual map. hm.3 some value like क्या लिखो यार -100 है ना? So let me just put it before the statement. So अभी क्या आने वाला है, -1 आने वाला है या -100 आने वाला है गाइस? तो सीधा -100 आया बिकॉज गेट और डिफॉल्ट ये बाद में है, राइट? सो क्लास यार 3:30 तक तो मतलब 30 मिनट्स ब्रेक लिया है, तो आई नीड टू बी, सो इट विल बी रनिंग फॉर 20 more minutes मैन. No, it doesn't insert, yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. That's exactly what I'm saying. It won't insert it into the hash map, okay? So it won't be present. So this guy just returns it here, okay? This particular entry won't be present in the hash map. Don't confuse, okay? Agar if at all I want to print it, okay? Again, let me just print it. So I'm sorry. Let me just print this particular thing. Okay, let me run it. Yeah, you can see that still it is null, right? It didn't get pushed. Are you guys getting what's happening? Hello? It didn't get pushed. Are you guys getting it? Into the hash map. Correct? Correct. So, or what happens if I print this thing? एक बार इसके बारे में बताओ. What happens if I just directly print the HM? So definitely, see guys, every class has a toString object method, which I'll tell you. Okay. So you can see that this is printed in this way for now. Okay. It might look sorted, but it is not sorted. It is random. Correct. You can see that this thing is printed. 1 is equals to the 89. Yes, correct. 2 is equals to 88. 4 equals to 100. 5 equals to 89. So guys, you guys didn't ask me कि how to iterate through the hash map. कोई पूछा ही नहीं ये चीज मेरे से. कभी कभी जरूरी पड़ती है ना कि not just accessing the elements, एक एक करके सब elements को देखने का, just like we do for the array, how to traverse through the array, how to traverse through the linked list, how to traverse through the hash map. You guys should be asking me this question. You didn't, so I won't say, I won't teach. हाँ size यार, size is कुछ भी नहीं है, size कुछ भी नहीं है. Size, like there's another method called size that will be telling what is the size. Like I can write something like size. Run. You can see that size is 4. That's correct. For each loop is used to traverse. Okay. So, okay, there are multiple ways to traverse a hash map. Okay, there are 3 ways to be precise. Okay, so I'll just tell one of the way for now. Okay, so or shall we do a question, guys? Tell me, what do you want to do? Question, cool. Most frequent word in an array. Oh, okay. So the frequency thing also, so that is called frequency map. Okay, so I'll tell you that just a second. So there's something called frequency map. The frequency map मतलब वही है, like a particular element, ठीक है, like that is nothing but key value pair, but this is key and this is value, है ना? So instead of value, you'll be having the frequency of the element. You have a particular element. What is the frequency of that element? Right? That is what it depends to. Okay, for example, if you have values like 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, something like this, right? So you can see that 1 is been mapped by 3, okay, because the frequency of 1 is thrice, correct? 2 is been mapped with 2 because the frequency is 2, right? And 3 is been mapped with 5 times. Are you guys getting it? This is called frequency map. No, it won't change. No, obviously, Suraj Prakash, the size of the hash map won't change. If you're overriding a value, it will be the same. So if at all there is an array given to you guys, okay? Like for example, there's an array given to you, okay? And like of the size n, okay? And if at all in there are queries, okay? There are questions like queries, okay? Queries का मतलब है कि like every time you read this term called queries, you should understand you need to do some pre-computation, okay? And then you will be easily getting it, ठीक है? Queries मतलब बहुत सारे होंगे, like 10 to the power of 6 queries, ठीक है? So if at all I say कि what is the frequency of 1 in a particular array, तो तुमको पूरा iterate करना पड़ेगा, correct? Big of n time. ऐसे 10 into power of 10 into power of 6 times if you do, like because these are the number of queries that are there, then it will be a very disaster, no? You can't do it that time. That is the reason why you need pre-computation, so that this thing will be done in constant time. So you can think of it in this way. You can iterate through this array once and create a hash map like this frequency map. Okay? So if at all you created a frequency map like this, okay, only in the one pass, if you are passing through it, and if you have created something like this, if the query comes, okay, what is the frequency of 2? I can easily look up into this and say in big of 1 time. Again, what is the frequency of 3? I can look up and tell it is in constant time. Correct? 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 Right? This is the pre-computation. You can see that big of n wala, I'm able to do it in big of 1 by just going through big of n pre-computations. Well, it is taking, but yeah. I guess getting it. Hello? What if I want to find the number that repeats 3 times? So what if बताओ यार, देखो guys, this time like I tell it to everyone who are in module 3, now you guys need to not ask questions, but like try to validate your thinking, ठीक है? That is the best type of questions you can ask, कि क्या मैं सही सोच रहा हूँ, क्या ऐसे सोचना चाहिए, right? So that is the right way of learning. It means that you're thinking from your end as well, correct? It's if you're blindly asking me a question how to do this, okay, like it is most possible that you didn't even think of how to do it even once, correct? बताओ अभी कैसे करोगे, like how to find a value that is having the frequency 3? Can anyone tell me? सोचो इसके बारे में. And most importantly, how to build this frequency map, man. That is the most important thing, huh? How to build this thing, how to build it. Traverse through the array and make HM. How can I make HM, man? See, I can traverse through the array. So simple. I can just traverse to the array in this way. I equals to 0. I is less than n. I plus plus. Okay. And so I have this array. Okay. So how to put it against its frequency, man? Can anyone tell me? Correct. So Neil has said it correctly. Okay. If the value is present, okay, then take its current frequency. Matlab, for example, let me just write the key value pair here only. Initially, the map is completely empty, correct? So if at all I have something array like this, okay, some value like 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, and 3, and 1, and then 3, 3, for example. Okay, so I'll go here, I'll iterate 2. You can see that key value pair mein there's nothing, so I'll put 2 and then I'll put 1. Right? I'm here. You can see that 2 is already present. So whatever that value is, okay, I'll just take that value and add 1 to it and put 2. वापस यहाँ पे है जो भी value है उसको +1 करके put it inside. यहाँ पे है 1. I can put 1 and 1 against it, right? So if I am coming at 2, again, whatever the value is, just update it to 4. Whatever the value is, just add it and update it to 5. 1, update it to 2, right? 3 is not present. So initially I need to put it. ठीक है, अगेन 3, 2 कर दो, 1, 2 को 3 कर दो, 3, it is 3, 3, it is 3, correct? So at the end, your hash map will look something like this. 2 will be mapping to 5, 1 will be mapping to 3, 3 will be mapping to 3. There you are able to get it in constant time, key value, right? So how to do it? Okay, as you've seen that, I need to put this as the hm dot put, okay, this value as the key, and the value is what are the value present initially, okay, hm dot get, okay, what are the value is a of I plus 1. Lekin initially agar nothing is there at that time, you need to take that value as 0 na. So I'll just do something like, so let me rewrite it. So I can write something like hm dot put arr of I, comma, hm dot get or default. So either get that value that is present or return the 0 as the value. I just need to do +1 to anything. Either it is 0 or either this value. I just need to add 1 to it and put it in the same way. Don't you think this is the right statement to be present here? Correct? Guys, socho. Are you guys able to think? Socho. Am I correct? Am I being logical enough? किसी को समझ नहीं आया? +1. Why +1? Okay. So see, for example, यहाँ पे 1 का against you have 2, right? So I need to get the frequency currently because since I've reached 1 again, whatever the frequency is, get that and add 1 to it. Abhi, I'm increasing the frequency, right? Just the way I've done here. Take that frequency, add 1 to it. Take that frequency, add 1 to it. Correct, guys? Okay. No worries. See, let me rewrite it. Okay. So guys, if you're putting something into a map, you will be writing it in this way. This is the key and the frequency, whatever the frequency I want to put. Okay. So what is that frequency? Okay. Like you're iterating to the array and you encountered ARR of I. Okay. It could be present or it is for the first time, right? So I can get, so whatever the frequency is, I can get it in this way. ARR of I, right? Whatever I got, whatever the frequency I got, I just need to add 1 to it because again I've reached it. Again I've kind of reached this particular array element, correct? So whatever the frequency is, just add 1 to it and put it against it. Just override that value. So is this statement very simple? I'll run that, don't worry. Is this statement really simple, guys? Correct? So now what I'm saying is कि first time 0 होना चाहिए. Correct? So I'll just write it as hm dot get or default. Okay, I'll be putting this value. This is the key. Either get this value that is present or return the 0 value. Simple. So instead of this, because first time ke liye, I need to write this thing. I can easily write it in the GDB, but are you guys understanding what's happening? Okay. So this is exactly what is happening. कि 2 है, 2 कुछ नहीं है, right? So let me just mark it as 2. Okay, you have 2. Nothing is there. So you'll be getting 0. Add 1 to it. That is 1, and then put it. If you encounter 2 again, get this value 1. Add 1 to it. That is 2, and put it 2, 2. If you encounter 2 again, get this value. Okay, add 1 to it. Okay, and then put it in the hash map. That is 3. So in this way, you're building the frequency map. Yeah, I should be adding +1 to my first case also because I'm returning 0. है ना? 0 return करना हो इसीलिए. Correct? Or else तुम दूसरे तरीके से लिख सकते हो इसको. ठीक है? I can write it in this way. एक बार सोचो इसके बारे में. Just tell me if I'm correct or wrong. Contains key. If it contains the key, okay, hm dot put that value against hm dot get of that value plus 1. Else, if the key is not present, hm dot put ARR of 1. The same 4-line statement, I've written it into one statement. Samjha? Are you guys getting what's happening? समझ गया? Right? I'm checking if it is containing. Contain हो तो जो भी value होगा उसका +1 कर दो. अगर नहीं है, just put it 1. उसको ही I just compressed it by using the statement get or default. Either get the value or just return me the value 0. I'll just add whatever +1 to whatever I'm getting and I put it in the hashback. Anyone having any doubt? किसी को कुछ डाउट है? No? Great, great. Smart हो यार सब स्मार्ट हो. ठीक है, ऐसे सीखते जाना, you'll learn a lot of things in really short span of time. Yeah, so I can do a question. I wanted to do a question to some, but I don't think it's we have any enough proper time. Okay? So I just we can discuss that question tomorrow. Okay, just look at this question, read this question. I'll give you 2 minutes time. Show the if else part. Yeah, I'll share all the code, man. Don't worry. Just take a screenshot of this if you want, or write it in your running notes. जो मैं बताया था. देख लेना एक बार इसको. Contains key sub constant. Every operation here is happening in constant time. Correct. So everything is constant. Where to read the theory of hash map? I'll send it in the Discord channel. Okay. So I picked up few articles for you guys. Okay, Java hash map करके this article. Because for now, let me put it in the chat box. Okay, just read this. Okay. So there are multiple things like यहाँ पे भी examples के साथ. Okay. So tomorrow I'll show you how to iterate to a hash map and all. Okay. But right now, yeah, I think yeah. Okay, cool. So I can do that. So module 3 का Discord बना नहीं है तो ठीक है. तो like जब बनेगा तब डाल दूंगा. For now, let me put it in the chat box. ठीक है. So it's really cool. क्या contains key? Sorry. Contains key की जगह कोई और method use कर सकते हैं क्या? See, what is your use case, man? To know if that particular key is present or not, right? So इसके अलावा क्या यूज कर सकते हो? तुम ऐसे कर सकते हो अगर तुम्हें करने की मन है तो. लाइक तुम्हें अगर तुम्हें बहुत ही इच्छा ज्यादा है तुम ऐसे कर सकते हो mp डॉट गेट ARR of I equals to null. ऐसे कर सकते हो भाई, और क्या ही बताया है ना. Is this making sense, guys? क्यों नहीं आ रहा हो? Is everything fine? ज्यादा पढ़ा दिया क्या मैं? I hope not. ठीक है. So I've given you guys to read this question. ठीक है. Just read this question. We can discuss it. So someone of you want to make it complicated, not my fault. Correct. Just read this question, man. This like understand it as a homework problem. We'll discuss it tomorrow. Valid anagram. Which approaches? Any approaches that you are getting in your mind? Tell me, guys. Sort two strings, making sense, or char array करके sort करोगे, or like if you sort, okay, just wait. So someone said sorting. I think it's a pretty cool idea कि sort करो. लेकिन n log n में होता है ना to sort, correct? So I want it in a big of n time, bro. Right? So yeah, one of you guys saying कि see a इसका frequency map find करो. A is present 3 times, so A will be pointing to 3, N will be pointing to 1, G will be pointing to 1, R will be pointing to 1, M will be pointing to 1, correct? So this is the frequency map of this. इसका frequency map find करना, right? इसका भी N is pointing to 1, A is pointing to 3, right? G is pointing to 1, R is pointing to 1, M is pointing to 1. So if both of them matches, correct करना, या कुछ और सोचो. Try to think of some other way. We'll discuss it tomorrow. Okay. Right, this is a better way, right? It is happening in big of n time. You are able to find everything. Correct? Subtract frequency. Great, Arundhati. Correct. So I'm saying कि if at all you found some किसी का value is 0, then why don't you remove that entry, and at the end why don't you check the hash map का size as 0 or not? है ना? Okay then, guys, let's stop the class for today. I hope you guys learned a lot of things. Hash, yeah, hash map, yeah, Uday, what will be the time complexity if we do it through hash? It will be big of n, man, generating the hash and just comparing the hash map, है ना? Big of n, correct? Frequency, char array 26, yeah, sure. So we can do that tomorrow. Okay, ask a value, yeah, sure. See, like at times you need to create your own hash map. Okay, so I'll tell you how to create my own hash map tomorrow. Okay, like the basic hash map can be created. Okay, if at all the hashing is not that necessary. मतलब hash function is not that complicated. Okay, I can easily create a particular this thing. Okay, I'll surely explain you that tomorrow. Okay, I hope you guys find it. Yeah, like this particular bro, like अगर 8 to 11 भी करोगे इसमें भी बीच में I need to give the lunch break, right? So it will be 11:30 only. It's just a 30 minutes thing. So it will be much feasible for me because like coming from the office and then sitting, right? So थोड़ा बहुत मुश्किल I understand, but like I'll try to keep it this way unless you guys 15 minutes for lunch, sure. Yeah, I'll just open a poll somewhere. Okay. Yeah, dinner break, I'm sorry. Hello guys, nice to see you. I mean, nice to see your enthusiasm. Many people like retained in the class, and I really like that. Okay. So great, man. Keep the motivation. Okay. Keep the josh high. We'll be taking the classes daily, attend the classes daily. And, all the best for your future. Okay. I'll be there here. Be my horses. Right. Good night. Good night. Thank you. I'm switching off the recording. We'll discuss a lot of things, man. We'll talk a lot of things. Okay.